Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, and I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. No on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say ade. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this is what you see. Baba live on Facebook, Kointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. Ebe your fire, 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajai.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bliss,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinam Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, lovely listeners of Ghana Talks Radio. It's yet another brand new day, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. It's midweek, and it happens to be a Wednesday. And this is the news headline review. Here we bring you all the latest headlines and making waves in the news. From business to politics, from sports to entertainment, we got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspective on stories that matter to you right here on the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. I am your host, Ruth Esinam Fiagbedu, and joining me this morning on the news headline review is the knowledgeable Miss Regina Bliss and Miss Debbie Adoso. Good morning, Miss Regina.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm fine. I can see you are in good health today. Did you receive any Momo alert or something?
No.
Yeah, because yesterday I overheard you saying MTN nearly deceived you.
MTN really deceived me.
You know they do that a lot.
Oh.
Sometimes you're expecting
be
money.
very broke. Well, Momo. Bokako BM yellow, lovely customer.
MTN, we need money. But you know, they give you interest on whatever transaction you do. I think every month or every 3 months.
And you know, some people's interest is really reasonable because they really do a lot of transactions day in and day out. So sometimes I can see some people take a screenshot like 10,000 interest, 15,000.
Really?
5,000. Oh yes.
Oh, I think the highest I've received is one CD.
Nah, me no dear. Me no dear. Me the highest I received was 2 CDs. That was, I think, after the year.
Oh, okay.
After the year it was 2 CDs. But normally 1 CD, 50 pesos. Oh, Charlie.
It is well.
It is well.
It is well.
That's when you see other business owners and especially people who deal with this Momo vendors and all that. For them, they receive huge.
They receive huge. It is well. Don't worry. Very soon, we'll also be receiving interest.
Amen.
In maybe 3 zeros.
Amen.
Amen. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right. Let's dive into our major news items for this morning. Rising public wage bill threatens fiscal stability, Controller warned. The Controller and Accountant General, Kwesi Eje, has warned that Ghana's ballooning wage bill is becoming a major threat to fiscal sustainability, with public sector salaries consuming over 57% of the country's domestic revenue. He maintains that such a disproportionate wage burden is crowding out essential spending in critical sectors like health, infrastructure, and education. Speaking at a media briefing in Accra organized by the African Association of Accountants General to unveil the association's third annual conference, Kwesi Ejay stressed the need for urgent reforms to ensure a more balanced and sustainable allocation of public resources. When you sum up all the money that has come and strike the average between 57 or 58% goes into the salary we pay. This is a threat to fiscal sustainability, he mentioned. It means all the revenues that come, almost 60%, are used to pay salaries, which leads to a crowding out effect, which means we are not creating space for other prioritized government expenditure, he also added. In February, the labor union accepted a 10% salary increase, with President John Dramani Mahama calling on labor unions to moderate in their wage demands for this year. He assured them that once the economy stabilizes, he will ensure higher salary for workers. Meanwhile, the government is seeking to rein in expenditure to meet IMF program targets. All right, let me explain this so you can better understand the news story. So Ghana's public sector wage bill is growing so large that it's becoming a serious threat. It's becoming a serious threat to the country's financial stability. And this is coming from their Accountant General, Kwesi Ejay, the Controller and Accountant General. Now, over 57% of Ghana's domestic revenue is currently being used just to pay public sector salaries. 57% of the domestic revenue that governments receive, they are using it to pay public sector salaries. That means that more than half, obviously 57 is more than half. That means that more than half of government's money is going to wages, leaving very little for the other essential sectors like healthcare, education, infrastructure, and some other social programs. So Kwesi Ejay is warning that this trend crowds out other critical spending, making it harder for the government to invest in development and meet its priorities. Now, the term fiscal sustainability refers to the government's ability to meet its spending needs without excessive borrowing or risking a financial crisis. If most of Ghana's income is spent on salary, the country will struggle to build infrastructure, will be unable to expand social services, and possibly miss IMF targets and risk debt distress. And this is coming from the Controller, Accountant General Controller, that people are demanding for increase. But here lies the case. 57% of Ghana's domestic revenue is actually used to pay workers, with public workers, which makes it very difficult, unable to indulge in developmental projects such as infrastructure, some social programs, building of schools, and even education. If this money is, if 57% of the domestic revenue is going to paying salary workers, and now you are asking for increase, then we can't do anything. But way back in February, President John Dramani Mahama came out and then increased the wages of the public workers by 10%, and then told them that they should relax, they should calm down, they should be moderate when it comes to them increasing their wages. Once the economy stabilizes, he's going to do better. And this is coming from President John Dramani Mahama. Ms. Regina, what do you make of this?
I would say it's sad, because as a country we need to prioritize development. And when we talk about development, we are talking about our infrastructure, our social amenities, and also creating of jobs outside the public sector. That is what we mean by development. But here lies the case: the little money or taxpayers' money the government is having, or the money being borrowed, is channeled into paying salaries of people in this sector. So I do agree with him, because it is a threat to the economy. All what the government is doing is paying salary, and that is it. And when every sector wakes up one morning, they are all fighting for salary increments. Every sector right here is fighting for salary increments.
Yes.
So if the government is channeling all their money, both the money they make internally, the money they borrow externally, the money they take from IMF and all the people who help them, the money is channeled into paying salaries. So what happens to the country? What happens to development? Our infrastructure, we need roads, we need a whole lot. When it comes to our socials, we need hospitals, we need healthcare sectors, we need education sectors and all that. And also creating of more job. I feel like first off, they should try to, they've already done one part of it, that is clearing ghost names, because most people, ghost names are taking money.
Yes.
Yeah.
14,000.
So that is a very great step they've taken to clear those names. And also they should check over employment in public sectors.
You think people there are too much workers in the public sector?
Too much. The same way it got to a point where they were thinking of developing or bringing a different Accra aside the Accra we have here. It's the same way that should also tell you that it's important to make sure that you should I say filter, because when it comes to the government sector, they die
a lot.
One government sector alone is even more than thousands and millions of private sectors we have right here in Ghana. The people working there alone. Let's look at the prison sector. Let's look at the fire service sector, even the teaching sector, the healthcare sector, and all that. A lot overpopulated. Let me put it that way. It's overpopulated.
The government sector is
overpopulated. That is where the ghost names comes in. Because even if first off, there are no strict overview of these people, no supervision, nothing. They are living their will just as they want. When it comes to the teaching sector, I can't remember when I was in school. Sometimes the teachers can come as in when they want.
Right.
Sometimes some people don't even come to class at all, because no one is even supervising them. No one is seeing to it that this is this and this and this and this is what they are doing. So I think that they need to make sure that these people are checked. A country, I think Sri Lanka, something of this sort happened. If we want to avoid this, they should make sure that they don't channel all their money into salary payments, because at the end of the day, in as much as these people are being productive, but when you pay a salary, you are not earning anything. As a country, you are not receiving anything in return. So you should make sure that, fine, you channel your money into paying salary, because people can't go without their salaries.
Exactly.
But make sure that development goes on in the country. It's very important. Very, very important. So they need to look into it.
They need to look into it as well. But why is it that people just like to, I don't know, but most of the times, the youth, they like to work in the government sector?
Because the government sector, first off, I would say the working conditions, in as much as it's not a bit okay, it's okay. It's okay than some private sectors, because the money is there.
Oh, yes.
In the government sector, the money is there. You have a share of the national cake.
I get it. But one perception I have about working in the government sector is lack of supervision.
Exactly. Lack of supervision.
That's
For
one notion I have when it comes to working in the government sector. Because sometimes you visit some offices, they go and there's this office I went to do my national service, and I'm like, hey, so all these people, taxpayers' money is paying them.
It's paying
And then they
them.
come to the office, they'll just come and sit down. And at the
doing
end,
nothing.
they'll go for strike and be like, they should increase their salary. Well, as the case, they'll just come and sit down, eat big wache, and then go back to their house. When it comes to government, that's the only perception I have.
Yeah.
Lack of supervision. There's
For that lack of supervision, I do agree with you. As I said, the government school I attended. See, sometimes a teacher can come to class, not teach anything. We had one French teacher. Wow, him said, I would say that the French lessons we were not taught at an early stage. So you do form 2, form 3, half an hour better friend, then I be yeah. This teacher can come to class, and the only thing this teacher will do will be insulting us in French. Obedi atema, obi anama funny bag no ko. Without teaching us anything.
But the government is paying.
The government is paying him. At the end of the day, you just come. Bonjour. If we can't respond, just odi atema mane kanya wo for mutifie. And at the end of the day, you just take his bag, you go. Math teacher, the same thing. English teacher, the same thing. I would say the only teacher in my government school who was very productive was a home econs teacher. Because that one day we get food to eat. So she was very productive. But aside that, nothing. And even the headmistress of that sector also. See, if it was a private school, you can't do that. Because the proprietor or the proprietress is going round from class to class, making sure that every teacher is in class, every student is in class. I don't know, for government school, for my private school, the one I attended, they have, the same way we have register for students, they have register for teachers also. You come in the morning, you clock in, you are going home, you clock out, you sign. Until when you clock in, the time you came is there, the time you are going home is there. But in the government sector, nothing. Teachers come to school the time they want. And at the end of the day, taxpayers' money will be given to this person. And they'll be the same people to go on strike to complain of working conditions.
Working condition. When you yourself, you are not working.
You are not working.
That is so sad. And this is what the Controller General is. Controller Accountant General. Yes, I don't know if I got it right. This is what he's saying, the Controller and Accountant General. He's saying that increasing public wage bill threatens fiscal stability. That means that already we are taking paying government workers is taking 57 to 58% of government revenue, and if they should increase it, that means that we are going to halt developmental projects, and that is going to be a burden to the country. So they are urging that public workers be moderate when it comes to you saying that they should increase your wage as at this time. We understand for the fact that everyone deserves to be paid when it comes to how they are working and then at their workplaces. And at a time, as the economy is going on and is developing, you can see the economy is going up, is dwindling. Yes, so that is it. They are saying that Monsomobo, relax. Money no ebeba. The money will come once the economy stabilizes. They are going to see to it that they pay you. All right. Moving on to our next news item. NPP releases guidelines for 2028 presidential primary. Nomination opens July 29th, and that was yesterday. The New Patriotic Party has released a comprehensive guideline for its upcoming presidential primary ahead of the 2028 general elections, with nominations scheduled to open Tuesday, July 29, 2025. That was yesterday. The rules approved by the party's National Executive Committee and National Council on Friday, July 25th, outlined that the nationwide primary will be held in all 276 constituencies on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. A potential runoff, if needed, is slated for Saturday, February 14, 2026. A statement signed by the party's General Secretary, Justin Kodua Frimpong. According to the statement, prospective aspirants must obtain nomination forms from the office of the General Secretary at the NPP's National Secretariat in Asalam Down in Accra, upon payment of a non-refundable application fee of 100,000 Ghana cedis. A fill-in fee of 500,000 Ghana cedis is also required, with all payments to be made via bankers' draft in favor of the NPP National Headquarters. In addition, aspirants are expected to pay a development fee, the amount of which will be determined by the National Council. The statement further said the party's constitution allows the satisfied aspirants to file an appeal in writing to the National Executive Committee through the General Secretary within 48 hours of receiving notice of any adverse findings. It stated that the committee's decision on any such appeal shall be final. The statement also cautioned that any aspirant who breaches the stipulated rules or acts in a manner that brings the party into dispute will face sanctions, including disqualification under Article 4, Chapter 7 of the NPP Constitution. And this is coming from the Secretary, Justin Kodua. So that means that if you are aspiring to be a flag bearer for the NPP, at least you must have 600,000 Ghana cedis, which is non-refundable. Ori awari. I'm sorry. Miss Debbie, what do you make of this?
Well, first of all, I think politics in Ghana is now expensive.
Right.
It's not for the weak. If you are going into politics, you have to be financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only about what you have or what you can do, but it's about, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you pay the 100,000, it doesn't end there. You're also supposed to pay grassroots so that they will campaign for you. I'm not sure you just go about and be working. No, it is the grassroots that does the work, most of the work. But with the MPP, well, this is their primaries. For me, I feel like it's too early, but that is what they've purported to do.
Why do you think it's too early, though?
Oh, I feel like it's too early. 2028, although it's not that vast, we see it to be very vast, but it's too early because I feel like there is a lot of homework still to be done by the party, which I feel like they've not done it, but they are in a hurry to pick a flag bearer for 2028. I mean, they are so eager for 2028, but I feel like they are not prepared to do the needful before going or seeking for power again. So with this presidential primaries, it's too early. Like, by this time, dear, you should be sorting things out, because I believe as it stands now, even within the flag bearer hopeful, I'm not sure there's hope. There is like a correlation or a friendly relation between these people.
You think there are still some kind
there
of
are still some kind
intense?
Yes. There's still some kind of hatred and stuff, all that. Because even if we are all in the same party, you are contesting, I'm contested. And then my communication team member, when he meets you, the way he retaliates, the way he speaks, your communication team member, the way he speaks, the way he retaliates, you could see that there is some hitches. And then I can't remember, was it last year or last 2 years, before the 2024 election?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they went to flag these primaries again. And I remember the way they beat people. Like, it's not easy. A member from Kennedy Japan camp was saying that Baumier's camp came there to distort things. This is also saying that. Another person is also saying this. So I just hope that with these primaries, we are not going to see any kung fu war. Because with the NPP, I know it's very common. Everybody wants to become the flag bearer. Yes, but then
So you won't be surprised if you hear any.
oh no, I wouldn't be surprised if I hear violence between these people. I will not be surprised at all. Trust me, I won't, because it's bound to happen. But I feel like they should sit. I see the MPP to be people who do not take advice from, excuse me, the elderly. But I feel like they have to sort things out first before going in for the primary. It's too early.
You feel it's too
But
early?
I believe they have their own reasons for that. If this is what they are saying, then they should let peace reign. Yeah, person has some bad dream. We don't want their own primary studios still be holding conference. I
But-
know them.
But you know, there's a saying that the early bird catches the worm. So maybe probably almost bonny they'll put things in place and come back bigger in 2028.
Oh, big. It's not only about choosing a flag bearer that will determine your victory in 2028. No. It's not only about the flag bearer. It's about what you do. It's about the kind of trust the people have in you. And if the people does not trust you, and you think that maybe when I bring in Q right now, because Q is known in the party, so he will be voted for. No. Q is known in the party. What is he known for? What has he done? They are claiming that they have a whole economies. They have people with the qualities. You have the qualities, but how you see them, is that the same way Ghanaians view you? No. I believe it's a no. So there is still a lot to do with the primaries, but this is their own decision, and I hope and I believe they have a very vast reason for that.
So, in your opinion, what would you suggest the NPP should be doing right now rather than preparing to
Amendments.
go for?
They should amend things in the party. As it stands now, there is disunity in the party. Even if they don't tell us, we know.
You know,
Per the way they speak, you can tell that we anyway or beef. Per the way they carry themselves, you can tell that we anyway they have something to do. Because the flag bearer, anytime they sit to, do you know one thing about them? When they sit down to talk, they don't talk about the vision they want to sow. They are rather bashing each other. And that is not what we, the people, we need. It's like you are washing your dirty lining in public and we are seeing it. You are coming to tell us what you can do. Not to come and bash the other person. On you are listing his mistake, forgetting that also why your mistake in be. So you should forget about that and then go ahead and mention what you want to do. So for me, I feel that I believe right now the most important thing the MPP need is unity. Even it states the book of law, not law as in like nature. Nature states that united you stand, divided you fall. And they even gave a scenario, a whole broom, thousands of broom that I cannot count. If you give it to me to break it into two or divide it into two, I cannot do it. But when you give me one, like when I take out one broom from a whole bunch of broom, I can actually break it into pieces. So when they are united, there is no way an intruder can pave their way through them. Are we saying that the NDC, they don't have problem?
they do.
But what is your mother wanted that?
No.
Have you seen them conference?
No.
Even when they have issue with this man, Koko Anido, did you see how they handled the case?
Yeah.
They handled it in such a way that Koko Anido will always be on television bashing Mahama that he has a hand in the death of Atamils, saying all sorts of stuff. But have you ever seen Mahama sitting on a national television retaliating to what he said? No. Even when they asked him, he tried to divert from the question a bit and they say something that wouldn't offend anyone. So that is what they have a lot to learn.
They have a lot.
A lot.
Miss Regina, if you don't have 600,000, you can't apply to be a flag bearer for the NPP. Yes. And then according to what Miss Debbie says, she said it's too early for them to even go and, for the primary elections. What are your thoughts on that as well?
Early primaries.
Yeah, they are going for primaries.
Congratulations to them.
Wow.
But I would say, personally, should I say I'm tired of these people?
You can see that.
But should I say they are trying to start early to avoid certain uncertainties in the future? But looking at the state, I don't know how their rebuilding went. I don't know if they've all come together as one, if they are united, if they've solved their internal problems and all that. I don't know how that is, but I feel it's too early for them to come out to elect a flag bearer. Honestly, it's too early. You better about when?
2028.
Oh, 2026.
And they'll elect a flag bearer for 2026. Then they start campaigning.
Hey, then they have money. And as a oh, but the money is too much.
600,000.
It's too much. It's too much.
600.
Then it means politics. Politics is a business. If you don't have the money, you can't venture into politics.
So 100,000 for the form, and then filling it, and a filling fee of 500,000, and then in addition, aspirants are expected to pay a development fee, of which the amounts will be determined by the National Council. You see, like 8,000, 800,000.
Just imagine.
Just
this.
imagine, because that figure is unknown.
If it was, sorry to say, if it was the NDC, these people would by now be doing conference. A mass suppress conference. Looking at the crisis we are facing right here in Ghana, fine, it's their money, but sometimes I feel that for someone to be a patriotic citizen, it's how you also help the country. That also counts. Fine, it's your personal money, but there are some monies that you can at least use to help the country.
Right.
Oh, you see, but I thought that I said, it to me, boy. It's to me, boy. But honestly, it's too early.
You
it's
wanted
too
to say
early.
something?
No.
It's too early. If they say they are come to do whatever, until we are scanner Kim.
A cow.
Hey!
Like a shit. You remember that video Kennedy Japan did? My bregu.
Just imagine, because just yesterday Kennedy, someone be Kennedy, something. He also says he wants to be president.
Hey, if you see the way he was imitating presidency, I'm like, man, be yourself. In the comment section, someone said it was like Emfa.
I think one well-known person, either in NDC or in MPP, but I know he's a politician. He said not everyone can be president.
And you know he already has a campaign flat, a campaign building at a campaign office, I think around Circle Ring Road.
Sir?
Yes.
And Brian Echampo. Yesterday I also saw that he too, Brian TV, where all his campaign will be going on.
Wow.
And I think for Kennedy, we all know said he was aspiring to be president. For him also, on his last birthday, he got a big mansion as his campaign house. At the channel, use it as your campaign house.
Sometimes I wonder how they are able to fund all of these. Is it from their pockets, their businesses, or what? And even when it comes to funding campaign right here in our country, sometimes I sit and wonder, how are they able to fund it? Because a lot goes into funding campaigns.
A lot.
Because a lot.
The money they are paying is just, I say, is just a little one. Because when you want to do the main campaign, you will still invest more money.
So how are they funded?
Maybe they are personal money, and also from business partners, and maybe from family and friends, people who wish them well.
It could be an investment that someone will invest in you if you become the president or if you win.
And anybody will win.
That's Kennedy said. But do you think it's high time that they use taxpayers' monies to fund campaigns?
We beg, we beg.
I beg.
We beg. We'll do demonstration in Ghana.
Not only demonstration.
Hey! Yasumamo.
But have you asked yourself how these people fund their
Those
campaign?
presidents people, I don't even trust them.
You get it?
I don't trust
them. So what
them.
if it could be an investment, and then when they come into power, they will milk from the states?
Hey.
What about that too?
Ampao.
So what if they make it, like they legalize it? That when it comes to campaign,
they legalize what?
when you belong to this particular party, there's a levy you pay.
No. No, no.
You think they should do it themselves?
No, they should do it themselves. And even that doing it themselves, I still don't trust them.
You still don't.
I still don't trust them because these people can still use taxpayers' money to do all this, and we don't know anything about it.
That's
Hey,
true.
taxpayers' money. Yeah, so mama. Hey, Yampo, we are. No one is even ruling us. We don't have any precedents.
I see.
Taxpayers' money? No.
It's hard. But let's look at this briefly. We have transitioned from peacekeeping to peace enforcement in Boko. And this is coming from the Ghana Armed Forces. Now, let me get this straight. So peacekeeping typically means a neutral role, trying to maintain calm and mediate between groups. And peace enforcement, however, is more forceful. If persuasion fails, force definitely must be applied. So it allows the military to actively confront and eliminate threat using stronger tactics to restore peace and stability. Looking at where you sit, do you think that is the best way to, sort out this whole Boko issue? Right now they are transitioning, they are migrating from peacekeeping, where they'll, mobilize the people and tell them, hey, don't go here, carefree and all of that. But this time around, they are going into peace enforcement. That means that they are going to use forceful actions to eliminate threat using stronger tactics to restore peace and stability. That means that the carefree time that they've given them from 6 to 2 p.m., if the soldiers should catch you outside, this time around, they'll not tell you that, say, go to your house or something. There's a probability they might even lash you. And even these people that are shooting the school children and others in the community, if you are caught, there's a probability they might even shoot you, because that's a stronger tactics to eliminate threat. Do you think that's the best way to resolve this whole Boko? Any of you, please? Yes. There we go.
With the Boko conflict, I think the government has tried its possible best. Since this conflict brought up itself again, I believe the government has tried its possible best to calm the situation down, and then it looks like the method they are using is not working out.
It's not working out.
They brought out curfew, and then still the conflict is ongoing on.
Right.
They arrested some suspected people, and still the conflict is ongoing on. So I believe now they have a saying that if something is not dependable, force needs to be applied.
If persuasion fails, force needs to be applied.
Force needs to be applied. So they've tried all the pampering to stop these people, and still it's ongoing. And you see, chieftaincy conflict is not a conflict that we can use a day to solve.
Right.
Let's have it in mind that this conflict, I believe, is backed allegedly by some politicians.
And you think that's why it has escalated?
Oh yes, which some of them are openly saying it. I don't want to be mentioning it because
that's fine.
As it stands now, I don't have evidence yet.
Good, that's fine.
They are mentioning it, that politicians are backing this. Yesterday, I heard President of the Kusausi, pouring out his grievances that they are very disappointed in President Mahama because it was part of his campaign promise that there cannot be two chiefs in Boko. You see, this is bringing the fight. The Kusausi is saying that our chief is the sole chief of Boko. The Mampusi is saying that our chief is the sole chief. So now who is the chief?
Who is the chief?
We don't know who the chief is. And up to now, the conflict is still on rise.
It's still on rise.
So I believe that now we have to use force approach to both these issues. Until we find these politicians, they know them, they know themselves, they know what they are doing. Because a common civilian, where do you get AK-47 from? To shoot lives, where did you get it from? If not someone who is sponsoring you out there, you have the money to go and buy AK-47. And I don't know how well they convince these people to kill yourselves, to kill people. And they're not even thinking about themselves. Oh. The politician who is giving you that gun does not stay in Boko. He's an ordinary, but he doesn't stay in Boko. They still right here in Accra. You are staying in Boko. You don't even think about yourself. You don't think about your children. You don't think about students. And now schools have been watered. No one is going to school. And you think if I am an investor, a business tycoon, and I want to invest or develop a business, I'll go to Boku. No, I can't go to Boku today. I'm running. Tomorrow I'm closing the shop. Tomorrow I'm opening.
And you've also heard that the nurses are even saying that they should transfer all the nurses.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because your life is at stake. I cannot be working in a community where I know that my life is not being protected. I can die like any moment. No. So with this Boku conflict, maybe I do know. But you cannot be using these small measures to stop it to NC that. So right now, since they said they want to bring Asante Hene inside, they should fast track.
He has already started the mediation process.
Oh, okay.
So they are just urging him to fast track it, and then they see the way forward.
My people, I know them. They are my people. I know them. So, as Asante Hene is doing his own, I think we should also pray. Yes, I said they were cheaper. If they don't also pray, it is only God that can touch the heart. Because even the Bible said that the heart of a king is in the house of God. He twists it anytime he wants.
Right.
So as they are doing the physical aspect, not spiritual, and also
All right. Yes, it's spirituality a beam. As we are doing the physical aspects, we should take it to God in prayers as well, so that this whole Boku crisis will come to an end, because it's escalating. Boboba will be here now, then they'll come for us too. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the news headline review. Up next, we have Debbie's Grill.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear or favor. Former Deputy Attorney General Joseph Pinka has urged aspirants in the New Patriotic Party upcoming flag bearer race to be measured in their public statement, warning that divisive rhetoric will harm the party's chances in the 2028 general elections. They are boiling point. Individuals' interests here and there. People are making utterances. We should be extremely careful about the utterances we make, because those tapes will be played by the NDC when we elect one person eventually. The tapes will be played by the NDC, and the tapes will be used against us. We have to be careful. All the presidential aspirants, I'm appealing to all presidential aspirants he want. Specifically, appeal to leading contenders, the former vice president, former Sin Central Member of Parliament, a Betifi Member of Parliament, and former presidential press secretary Kwabena Japan. He reminded aspirants that the ultimate goal is not merely to win the party's presidential nomination, but to secure victory in the 2028 general election. They should remember that one person will be elected, and he will need everybody on board to prosecute a robust campaign that can turn the tide and give us victory in 2028. Former Attorney General, he happens to be from the New Patriotic Party, and this is just a caution to presidential aspirants of the New Patriotic Party that they should be very careful with their utterances. And we are all aware that just yesterday, the General Secretary for the party has announced that they've opened a platform for nominations. You can come and pick a form, and then you'll be vetted. When it comes out that you are fit for the job, and after those vetting you has validated you, then you will be given the nod to lead the party. Now, the former Attorney General is telling them that be careful of your words. You see, we say that social media does not die. So long as the world still exists, social media exists. You know, pictures I've taken way back when I was in JHS, senior high school, on my Facebook pages. Of late, when I'm there, they remind me of those pictures pictures I've took way back in JHS, way back in senior high school. They show me the pictures. They'll tell me memories. And then you go back and then you see all those pictures. It tells you that social media, as it says, is there to serve you as a reminder, whether good, whether you lived a good. Social media is still like, I feel like social media is like living a life, like it's a world on its own. So whether you've lived a good life on social media, whether you've lived a bad life on social media, it will still remind you, and the tips are there. You see, this is why we always say that be careful with your utterances. When we say something like this, they feel like, oh, and then they're bashing the political parties and they're bashing the political leaders. They don't want us to explore. They don't want us to express ourselves. No one is preventing you from expressing yourself. But trust me, a day will come where you'll be given a bigger platform. And you will be surprised questions they will ask you. Pertaining the same life you lived. You see, I remember those times where people come on social media, bash people, call them names. I can actually give example. A lot of them. Like the presidential hopeful, the flag bearer hopeful, Kennedy Japan, we've heard him. A lot of utterances about him. Yes, he made utterances out there. Even with the case involving Ahmed Hussein Swali. We saw it. We saw everything. You see, sometimes you don't have the notion of achieving something. And sometimes you are there and all of a sudden it comes into your mind. Oh, I believe I have this capability. I think I can do this. There is something in me I want the world to see. But you've forgotten that you, the same person, have done something. Position people stood. People acquired for, people achieved. Not in a day. Hard work. You just use a second. Just a second and then you tarnish it. And then you've forgotten that social media is keeping it in your archives. Definitely one day they'll play it. And as he's saying, NDC will definitely play it. For that one day, be rest assured. Not only the NDC, even Citizen. Sometimes they remind you of what you say. We saw a lot of politicians criticizing policies made by their opponents, and then when they come into power, they also try to work in the same direction. And you see citizens reminding you, they keep playing the video for you to see. This is what you said then. Why are you doing opposite of that? They will keep reminding you. So as for words, they are very dangerous. You don't just speak and then it ends there. No, it doesn't. It will come playing back in your ears. Every moment, every second, every minute. And as for we, the media, we are good enough. We will play it for you. We will play it for you because we want you to see the same position you talk negatively about. You are standing for that same position. What does that insinuate? So I feel with this one, you don't even need anybody to tell you that you have to be careful with your utterances. No. You yourself, you need to put things in place. You need to choose the right choice of words so that it doesn't come back hitting at you, because karma is real. It will come hitting back at you hard in your face. And when it happens, there will be nothing to shield you. Because there you are. You said it yourself. No one forced you. You made those statements yourself. And you see, that is why we need to be careful. This is not only to presidential aspirants, but I believe as human beings, we need to be careful with the kind of things we post out there, the kind of words we use. Maybe you feel like you're just creating content. You see, that's why I pity people when I see videos insulting top officials, insulting presidents, insulting someone who is old enough to be your father. When I see those things, I just smile. Because you don't know where you will be one day. Who knows, maybe you yourself will become a president one day. Or you will become a first lady to a president. Or you will be appointed as a minister. You get there and the video is in front of you. How are you going to vindicate yourself? So when we are saying all this, it's for your own good. And sometimes because of political favors, because we want to be sycophants, we want to attract favors from people, and so we say words to please them. You see, this world as we live, you cannot please anybody. The best thing you can do for yourself is to be yourself. But if you want to be a sycophant, you want to have favor, maybe you want to have favor in the sight of the NPP, so you are speaking against the NDC. You want to have favor in the sight of NDC political leaders, and so you are speaking against the MPP. One day when you get there, you will face the drum. You will dance to the tune of your own music. So with all trances, it's a key. And the key is in your hands. It's as well a pen. It's in your hands. You're writing your own story. Whether it's going to benefit you, whether it's going to block chances for you, whether it's going to block opportunities for you, you are writing it yourself. And if you want success to smile at you when you get that platform, then you should start correcting your mistakes from now. But if not, then be rest assured. As I said, you will get there and then you dance to your own music. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
You will get there and you will dance to your own music. Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for that grill. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bless.
Today in history, Vanuatu gains independence. Vanuatu gains its independence on July 30th, 1980. A transition from being jointly ruled by Britain and France, known as the New Hebrides, to a sovereign nation. The date is celebrated as Independence Day with festivities that include flag raising, parades, and the singing of the national anthem. Attack on black and white Republicans. White Democrats led by police attacked a convention of black and white Republicans in New Orleans. More than 40 persons were killed and at least 150 were wounded. John Philip H. Redan, military commander of the state, said it was not riot, it was an absolute massacre, which the mayor and the police of the city perpetrated without a shadow of a necessity. The Pretoria Accord, signed aiming to end the Second Congo War, was signed on July 30th, 2002 between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. President Lincoln issued Eye for Eye order. President Abraham Lincoln issued an order that became known as the Eye for Eye order. This order was a response to the Confederacy's treatment of captured black soldiers. The order stipulated that for every Union soldier, particularly black soldiers, shot or sold into slavery by the Confederacy, a Confederate soldier would be similarly treated. Specifically, the order stated that a rebel prisoner would be shot for every black prisoner shot, and another would be condemned to hard labor for every black prisoner sold into slavery. This action was intended to deter the Confederacy from their practices and to emphasize the equal value of all soldiers regardless of their race. To some observances, International Day of Friendship. It is celebrated to recognize the importance of friendship in building bridges between people, communities, and cultures, and to promote peace and understanding. It encourages people to celebrate the joy and support that friendships bring, and to strengthen existing bonds and create new ones. Lastly, National Whistleblower Appreciation Day. National Whistleblower Appreciation Day, Celebrated annually on July 30th, it is a day to recognize and honor individuals who have bravely reported fraud, waste, and abuse within organizations, particularly within the government. The day serves as a reminder of the important role whistleblowers play in ensuring government accountability and transparency. By coming forward with information, whistleblowers help to improve government operations and strengthen public trust in institutions. So, National Akokonsafo Appreciation Day to everyone. And that's all for today on Today in History and Observances of the Day. Life and GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for Today in History and some observances of the day. Today is National Friendship Day. That means that we should be celebrating our friendship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy National Friendship Day to you all.
Thank you.
And today is also National Whistleblower Appreciation Day.
Yeah.
As Miss Regina said, Akokonsafo. But it's not just Kokonsa, but it's for the good and then the benefits of everyone in a particular environment they find themselves in or in a society. Because you know, some whistleblowers, immediately they blow their whistle, and it's good for all of us. But some whistleblowers, they don't do their blowing.
They don't know how to do it.
They don't know how to do it. Yes. So
God
yeah,
will judge all of them.
God judge. They are just. Do you know it's actually a profession? Oh yes.
Yes, it is. When it's a profession, it's different. But the difference when you are in an organization and you've not been taxed to do that, but you do it voluntarily, God will judge you. You don't understand.
God will judge you, Barry. All right, that was from Miss Regina. Why? Or say whistleblowers for. You are also known as Akokonsafo.
But you know, some of these people, they don't get their facts right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So as a whistleblower, when you're blowing your whistle, you need to make sure that you have all your facts right, so that it won't be as if you are just talking in the air. At least back it with evidence so that we will believe you. So that is it. All right. So before I take leave of you, I would like to use this opportunity to wish my kid brother, Bismarck Kojo Fiagbedu, who also happens to be the CEO of BMK Electronics, is celebrating his birthday today. So I would like to use this opportunity to wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Bismarck. Thank you for being an incredible kid brother. He said I shouldn't call him kid brother, but he's still my kid brother. I came before you. So happy birthday to you. Thank you for being an incredible brother. Thank you for all you do for us. You'll be the youngest among us though, but sometimes the way you talk alone is inspiring and equally motivating as well. I thank God for your life, and I'm so happy to have you as my brother. You are strong, you are elevated, and then you move forward rapidly. Amen.
Amen.
Miss Regina, is there something you want to say to Bismarck?
Yeah, so happy birthday to CEO of BMK
Electronics
and Accessories.
Yeah.
God richly bless him. Wherever he step his foot, he shall be a blessing to himself and to the household. He shall be the head and not the tail. He shall elevate lives. He shall be a blessing to everyone and ourselves. So as he's celebrating his birthday, we want bundle. God bless you.
And yeah, Bismarck, please, my laptop charger is spoiled. For hooking me. All right, then that was it. All right, thank you so much for joining us on the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Right after this, we'll be going for the news, and after the news, we'll be coming up with the main discussion. Please stick and stay with us.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell, our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're going to talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're going to discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and you say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this what you see, Baba Life on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire 1 year, Konya, Wadding, Jajan.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast on GhanaTalks Radio. Coming up, President Mahama urges civic education overhaul to boost governance. The New Patriotic Party kicks off 2026 presidential primaries with 100,000 fee. Reverend Fojo calls for non-partisan approach to Boko peace effort. NDC vows to end Boko violence under Mahama's administration. These and many more coming up shortly. Do stay with us for the details. President John Dramani Mahama has pinned on the need of prioritizing political education as a crucial aspect of state building. He believes that widespread civic disengagement is not just a result of apathy, but rather lack of proper education and awareness about civic duties and governance. To address this issue, Mahama is advocating for the integration of political and civic education into school curricula. President Mahama attributes civic disengagement to lack of understanding about governance and civic responsibilities rather than mere apathy.
There's a need to prioritize political education as a pillar of state building, widespread civic disengagement is simply a matter of it's not simply a matter of apathy. It is often the result of exclusion, mistrust, and systemic failure. And therefore, we must integrate political and civic education into our school curriculum. We must encourage public engagement through national dialogues and community platforms. And we must ensure that our democratic institutions speak a language our citizens understand and trust. Democracy must be more institutional. It must not be just institutional, it must be relational. It must be rooted in the daily lives, experiences, and expectations of our people. This dialogue must be remembered as a meeting of minds and a moment of continental reawakening.
The New Patriotic Party has officially opened nominations for its 2026 presidential primaries, with interested aspirants required to pay a non-refundable application fee of 100,000. According to the New Patriotic Party's General Secretary, Justin Frimpong Kodria, he said the nomination process will close on August 28th. A 9-member committee chaired by Honorable Dr. Kwame Ado Kufuor will oversee the vetting of presidential hopefuls, with the Presidential Elections Committee chaired by Joseph Osei-Wusu, former First Deputy Speaker of Parliament. Official campaign activities will commence after the Kretia by-election.
Nominations for our party members who aspire to become presidential candidates of our party for the 2028 elections. However, there are some guidelines that I need to bring to your attention. First and foremost, the presidential primaries shall be held on Saturday.
Reverend John Intim-Fojo, ranking member of Parliament Defence and Interior Committee, has called for an immediate depoliticization of Boku conflict. He warns that if the conflict continues to escalate into open clashes between armed youth and security agencies, it will be catastrophic. He stresses that politicians must withdraw every tendency, undertone and underpinning of politics from the conflict. By doing so, he believes the solution lies in viewing the conflict as a chiefly traditional matter, which the Otumfo-led mediation is addressing.
Every form of politicization will have to be removed in our approach to bringing peace. There is no benefit politically for any group to politicize this matter. No one will benefit. As soon as practically possible, we are going to engage them again to ensure that we address the immediate escalation and support the various security agencies to be able to assist in de-escalating the situation and to be able to move forward in other peace-building efforts that is underway. But the politics is so important. If all of us, this is the point that we need to unite as one. This is the time we have to put political interest aside and to refrain from statements and pronouncements that may be volatile or are pushing some interest that may further exacerbate the situation we are dealing with. Of course, there are other criminal enterprises, dimensions to the conflict, and all these will have to be addressed at the same time, whilst the chieftaincy dispute is being handled by Otumfo, the security agencies also handling. So we all call for calm, we call for restraint, and we are urging that let us all, faith-based organizations, CSOs, the media, let us all be circumspect in our approach to the situation, and let us all support the peace-building efforts going in Boku.
In related news, Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the National Democratic Congress and Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, Dr. Rashid Tanko, has assured President Mohammed's commitment to address the security challenges plaguing the area. According to him, President Mahama has initiated moves to end the cycle of violence in Boku, promising to broker lasting peace between the feuding Mamprusi and Kusausi communities. He stressed that restoring peace to Boku is a top priority for his administration.
The government is committed to resolving this Boku issue. Yeah. In fact, His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, made it very clear that he will resolve this matter. He's committed, and he has given all the indications that he will resolve the matter. We inherited this problem, and we started trying to resolve the matter. Albert, you see, is a long-standing matter. This Boku thing is a long-standing thing.
Historical disagreement.
This is a very long-standing matter. But I can tell you that this current government will resolve the matter, because I have the conviction that whatever we are doing will inure to the benefit of the good people of Boku. And that is what the president eyes on it. If you look at what Honorable Dr. Manebwama led Ministry, Defense, has been able to contain the situation as of now. When the matter started again, within that short period, they've been able to contain the situation and trying to stabilize the place. I mean, that is what government is all about. Yeah. And then we are just appealing to them. And that's why I go by the statement from Felix, Honorable Felix, trying to calm nerves. I mean, let's take it easy. It's calling on them to take it easy. Government will come in to make sure that we stabilize the place and bring lasting solution.
Ghana to allow visa-free entry for Moroccans. According to Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Kujetua Blakwa, Ghanaians traveling to Morocco will no longer need traditional visas. Instead, they will be able to obtain online travel authorization within 24 hours, eliminating the need for embassy appointment. This bilateral agreement aims to facilitate trade, tourism and people-to-people engagement between two countries. Minister Blakwa views the agreement as part of a broader effort to transform African borders into bridges of connectivity and ensure diplomacy delivers real benefit to citizens.
I am calling on the Minister, Mr. Speaker, to advert his mind to the Affirmative Action Act. Mr. Speaker, by ensuring that these glorious
In business, the International Monetary Fund has revised its global growth outlook upward, citing improved fiscal conditions and a weaker US dollar that is helping to support global demand. In its July 2025 update of the World Economic Outlook, the fund now projects global GDP growth at 3.0% for 2025 and 3.1% for 2026, up from earlier estimates of 2.8% and 3.0% published respectively in April. The revised outlook reflects accelerated economic activity ahead of the anticipated tariff hikes, lower effective trade barriers, and expansionary fiscal policies in some major economies. While inflation is forecast to decline globally, the IMF warns that U.S. inflation may remain above target, which poses a risk to interest rate stability. Despite the improved forecast, the IMF cautions that risk remain titled to the downside, with potential headwinds from rising trade tensions, policy uncertainty, and ongoing geopolitical shocks. Global headline inflation is expected to fall to 4.2% in 2025 and 3.6% in 2026, a path similar to the one projected in April. The overall picture hides notable cross-country differences, with forecasts predicting inflation will remain above target in the United States and be more subdued in other large economies, the report said. The fund stressed the need for policymakers to focus on restoring macroeconomic confidence, ensuring long-term fiscal sustainability, and promoting a predictable investment climate to secure durable global growth. On the upside, global growth could be lifted if trade negotiations leads to a predictable framework and to a decline in tariff. Policies need to bring confidence, predictability and sustainability by claiming tension, reserving price and financial stability, restoring fiscal buffers and implementing much-needed structural reforms. On the monetary side of things, the IMF is urging central banks across the globe to tailor monetary policy responses to their unique economic conditions as trade tension and tariff regimes prolong. It said countries not engaging in tariff escalation are, however, likely to face demand-side shocks and therefore may have more room to ease policy gradually by reducing interest rates to stimulate economic activity. Central banks must carefully calibrate monetary policies to country-specific circumstances and to maintain price and financial stability. Still on business, a major stakeholder forum that will tackle long-standing barriers faced by Ghana's informal sector, particularly market women and smallholder farmers, will take place next week in Kumasi. The event, to be held at Golden Bean Hotel in Shiaso on Thursday, August 7th, will be hosted by the Center for Social Justice in partnership with Star Ghana Foundation. The forum will convene a wide range of stakeholders, including representatives from financial and insurance institutions, the National Insurance Commission, trader associations, women in agriculture, civil society organizations, policymakers, and the media. Participants will explore innovative models for extending credit, improving financial literacy, and creating more inclusive insurance products. According to recent baseline research conducted in the Ashanti and Northern region, many informal workers still face significant barriers to accessing credit, financial literacy training, and basic insurance. The research revealed that women in agriculture and market trading, who make up a significant portion of the informal workforce, are among the most underserved. This event is an opportunity for stakeholders to respond directly to the lived realities of informal workers. We want financial institutions and policymakers to rethink how they engage with this vital segment of our economy. The event, part of the CSJ's ongoing AVID second initiative titled Breaching the Gap, Financial Accessibility and Social Protection for Informal Sector Traders and Farmers in Ghana, is backed by the Williams and Flora Hewlett Foundation and aims to drive actionable change in how financial and social protection services reach the informal economy. Organizers are encouraging financial and insurance providers, credit unions, and development organizations in and around Kumasi to attend. This Kumasi event on August 7th is the first of 3 strategic dialogues. A second dialogue will be held in Tamale, followed by a national grand policy dialogue in Accra, where insights from both regional events will be presented to policymakers, regulators, and national-level institutions. These aim to shape forward-looking people-centered reform in Ghana's financial and social protection. To sports, Member of Parliament for Mensah South, Honorable Bafo Awa, believes the Black Queens should receive bonuses and fees similar to those of the Black Stars. The score comes after the team finished in 3rd place at the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations WAFCON. The issue highlights the need for improved leadership and fairness in Ghana's sports admiration, particularly regarding payment structures for male and female football teams. Speaking to Ghana Talks Radio, this is what he said. Still on showbiz, Ghanaian media personality and MC Anita Eskin has been selected to participate as a jury for the 2025 International Emmy Awards, a distinguished global recognition of achievement in television programming. This marks her return to the panel of jurors. Anita expressed gratitude to the International Academy of Television Arts and Sciences for the honor. In a post on July 28th, she detailed her journey from on-screen talent, assuming a variety of jobs, including editor, producer, executive producer, and storyteller. She highlighted the value of deliberate learning and development in her career. I am filled with deep gratitude to the International Academy of Television Arts and Sciences for bringing me back as a juror for the 2025 Emmys. From starting as an on-screen talent to becoming a storyteller, executive producer, and editor, I have learned that you do not grow by accident, you grow by intention, she wrote. Anita described her experience as a juror as a labor of love and a moment that was both powerful and deeply humbling. She expressed a commitment to helping shape the global television landscape, to help shape what the world sees as the very best in global television. I will never take it for granted, she stated. Anita's post also carried an empowering message, encouraging others to value their perspective, experiences, and evolution. She pointed out that everyone grows and contribution matters, and the boldness is allowed in pursuing one's passion. The International Emmy Awards are presented annually in New York City to recognize the best television programs initially produced and aired outside the United States. The awards are presented by International Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. The ceremony honors all television programming produced and originally aired outside the United States and celebrates excellence in international television. She has hosted high-level dialogues, international conferences, summits, award ceremonies, product launches, and diplomatic receptions. Her notable appearances into the Jamdala African Leadership Debate 2024 at the African Union Headquarters, the African Continental Free Trade Area Business Forum in Kigali, the Qatar Africa Business Forum, the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development Business Forum in Lomé, and the Global Financing Facility at UNGA 79 New York. She has also hosted the Afrexim Bank Group annual meetings and the Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. The 2025 International Emmy Awards will be held on November 24th in New York City, celebrating excellence in international television programming. And that's how we wrap up on the morning news broadcast. Do want to log on to all social media platforms at GhanaTalks Radio, as well as logging on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. I am Deborah Adosu. Do have a good morning.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide. I'm level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app no our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this what you say baba live on Facebook, go Instagram, any GhanaTalks Radio page and so now listen. E be your fire. 1 year, Konya, wading. Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on GhanaTalks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adosu.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1. This is GhanaTalks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
It's another beautiful morning on GhanaTalks Radio, where we come your way to serve you the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. My name is Pakwesi Omare, your regular host, And as you know how we do it, the midweek edition, I have my political twins in the studios with me, who are ready and willing, dedicated to serve you the best breakfast in the city this morning. Before we get into the conversations, I want to invite you to join the conversation on all our social media platforms as well, at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. Also, our phone lines are very active, 0202-544-614. You can text us your opinions, your suggestions regarding all the conversations that we are about to hold in the studios. As I mentioned earlier, my political twins are in the studios with me in the persons of Mr. Adai Peter and his twin brother Paul. They are coming to do justice to the topics as usual. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you very much.
What do you mean that?
Send him a boko no, a boko na baby so yeah, if you send him a cost for buying him no, I thought I joined, yes, I thought I'm going to say,
send no more to me, no, and every 17 about 10.
Oh, now say, finance minister, you are in the mid-year budget review, yeah, or the can't send some winning, but Mr. Murray, yes, sir, this is cool because Okasana can say a brew. A bono above form.
Yeah, it's true.
A more bo above form.
If you buy a bro in East Legon,
I say a bro bo above form.
Yeah.
I say a more bo above form. Okaya kokase kokunte sam. Nina bonus so iodine.
It's true.
Now me beside me say bonus swati no. A bro bo swati, a more bo swati, then swati. But you are not a talk. Say yakato emo no bona na yeton first no e kan no yeah asana
yes
say okochoba binku ana e bono 3 cedis 5 cedis 5 cedis but we see a blue ball abafom.
But we are talking about that period. No, we are talking about a period of 6 months.
And no. We did not period of 6 months. A bro enya there ka se bia ye kan eba ye dia wa ha kokote same de banch na ye
please
don't banch na ye banch so no ye dia e wa ha e banch so no ye dia wa ha
we na minya say dia na
banch no ye dia wa ha.
You have anything to see, you can just
banch to be omo time ka chere say Russia Ukraine war no na ka Ghana ko kra bu afi Ukraine ye nti because you dia bu wa ha e bread in Ghana no majority do ye import na eba
okay let's say you import na eba fine so you import na eba no say boss what here
yes.
Time I started saying, "Moye they say the dollar back from embryo by 3 months and embryo baby." Where they say the dollar swat no embryo 3 months.
Is it a lie?
The embryo so say.
Embryo swat here. Do we feel it at the choba na yekona be important? Baby, at the end of the year can no. Say bona ba forma. My yen feel wo baby e didi wo no. Ho be say the boss what say boss on tie. And I maybe bibi a be say koso ha me say 24-hour economy no. 24-hour economy. Yeah, yes, 24 economy. I was say it's me then. A ban a year started juma boys any juma ye, mebunu juma ye.
Yes.
Because mebunu juma ye be boy in.
I'm even hoping. Oh, we will even give you a job.
Manusi, on the year, many better. But 24 economy no.
Yeah.
I never acquired 24 economy. Jina ye. Pa a security.
Good.
The safety. Because an junior I don't know. I want to pay the money. Now see I ha. You say. MTC guy back atom, a guy full of morale, full of energy. Yet yes, I am kidnapping so me nature calling. You are hired to say an immigration officer. It is say kidnapping say they better yet and say you amount for a kunkumamo or some say you amount for you kuamo a shaman to lacune and Casama 11. You who sign my money na echo so on my name. What I say, cause of my more. Just a script crown, issue. 24 economy, so no idea, but I'm not 24 economy, year, a security. And I have been, this is one of the, Yama more year, and I say, Ama, Masum Jabba, my name, and I say, I motor and say, yeah, banning motorbikes. Ashanti region after 7 p.m. Na ne kra na after 7 p.m. no. Fit for economy no so day and night. This is na you start security issues kra na start buying motorbikes.
Na say yemfa motor dey 24-hour economy.
Ah no be okada.
Yemfa batakari.
Obi okada. No be so 24 hours ah. Men can join say yemfa motor dey 24 hours.
But this is security issue.
Oye juma oye dey fie no. Abaso juma na ju 24 economy na okano.
Ebi kro obi person okọ adwuma
anyumre. Obi kra so kra befa obi kra be ko job say na be say market.
Okasa 10 minutes new.
That market na mbisi no motorbike bit na for obi say ordinary ko do. Nti motor so juma na jo. Na ye ba ni on 24 na okasa 24 economy no. Security issue no. Eyehu ana me nyini side GP so ne tekro we mu. Na Friday we got na UTV say crime has reduced in Ghana. Also, in the crimes, you said you didn't have a pay senior high school or no, and a good senior high school. I collaborate with shooting collaborate to one another. You wouldn't make us now. On my kidnapping on my age, that is a legislative kidnapping on my age, it is on now. You are coming yet, I say, crime must reduce in the country. Major, I don't mind on Timubiana. I know Otamas and out to Pluto, and I cost of my name, I don't know. My penny and to form. Now, Papa no. Say edwonu ntimi nya sadi bia meka no say edwonu ntimi nya ontro ne kata ekoma ontro kata koma omampeni Jomahama die Jomahama na de koma ahye ho but as na watro koma no message one of am ejuma ese me IGP but ejuma no ajime sem ntimi nya obi anche but that we have chance yours faithfully IGP that you know not that shot. Now I fair. You say man to me abroso. But I say yes, very simple. Okay. Because the cost not 24 economy na hiding. Security issues hard ya 24 economy no. Ni implementation no. E be dey pa. And nipa so ewu na say adwun say nipa na ewu no. At least their souls I say you protect your or like you say protect your lives. You have lives to protect. Okay. The way cost wa. I did hard. You know what I say? Crime is what will mind we more. Means a crime and your chrono quo, and a crime and your rape and I did a crime acquire ya pa a woody. If they would, you know, it was now on this free mono. I did like Omedi Yakis in film Muda. I can't say be a bit say immigration officer, yeah. You see, it cannot be we say only 50 years. Nayan Amo asem de bia influence trimu da. The woody air boni bia a harding. The crime bia no wa me say crime bia no wa chen woody. Okay. Crime bia the IGP mpacho say o manu ntima. Baby a wote no e be say o safa flight na bra. Baby a wo bia na be chiro nkata ma John Mahama. Dear John Mahama koma. Me say ejuma na de ma me no. Miti menye. Yours faithfully. Tete yo no. Na da koma no. Boko mu na fe. Because e bi ka say mo sake no. But a baby will say, oh, by a found chain. Yes, I say, it's like Gogana for Webina, Mr. Dankwa, and yes, we on the Utaka say, Mr. Uncle, I say 80% of Ghanaians I support of the crime. I also on the and it's only so I say 80% of Ghanaians. Yeah, but meaning, but on the Utaka I say 80% of Ghanaians I support to say crime in the Ghana. Yeah, but in reality, in media also
15 minutes.
Yeah, but I see. Okay.
Good morning, especially to the good people of Offensive South, and also to the good people of Okre, precisely Edukrum and Nathan Virus. I'm surprised my brother is talking about the IGP because I know this IGP was appointed as a deputy IGP by the former president under his own political party when they were in power. They saw how good he was. And that even appointing him as a deputy IGP creates a lot of tension in the police service, where people were saying appointment of deputy IGP was not constitutional, but they forced and imposed him on Ghanaians. So since government is a continuous, we also came and saw, since they saw something good in him and appoint him as a deputy IGP, we also try to bring him on board so that he bring in expertise. We are not saying crime is crime, and when we talk about death, nothing can replace death. If your son, your daughter, your brother dies, no matter the number of words, the number of encouragement, nothing can replace that person. It's painful. It's bad. if you come to the Ashanti region, the current issues, some are trying to say is because of the conflict in the north. Because currently Otumfo is the one trying to bring peace. And those people who are being shot to death in Asante, most of them are also chiefs in the north. Okay. They are not just ordinary people. The young guy, the Mora guy from Mamtek, who was found, I don't know whether he have hung himself or something like that in a farm. All these things are not right. But what we are saying, even with all this, crime have really reduced in Ghana. Crime. With all this. No, hey. I'm coming. Okay. When you say crime, crime, we are not only talking about killing. Okay. It be robbery. We were in Ghana here when there was a day robbery in Kaswa, when they visited this forest shop, robbed the shop, take the money away.
Kaswa.
I think Kaswa. Okay. So what I'm saying is, we are not saying things are okay. Because if even one person dies, it's very important to this president. Okay. So what we are saying is, though people are dying, there are a bit of security issues in some 1 or 2 areas in Ghana. The security men are doing their best. Okay. If you come to Asante region, currently in Asante region, we have military patrols, we have police patrols, we have immigration doing proper checks at the various checkpoints to prevent some of these things. Crime do not have a timetable. Tomorrow it can happen to me. It can happen to you. So nobody can sit here and say because your party is in power, you are saying everything is okay. But what we are saying is that though we are hearing of some of these 1-2-1-2 crimes in some areas, but we are not saying the country is not. I will not say we are not in a banana republic. We have a president in charge. We have an IGP in charge who are doing the right thing. Okay. Though there are some few skirmishes here and there, we hear news of crime, 1 or 2, even in the United States, where we believe that their security is very tough. It's very strong. Even still, there are crime. People shoot students in schools. Okay. Just 2 weeks ago, a Ghanaian was shot in the state. So what I mean is, we are not saying Ghana is a zero crime area, but we are saying it's better.
All right. Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
But as I said, I'll still again greet the DC of Okre. Okay. That man is doing a very wonderful job. One thing I like about the DC is he always take prompt action. When there is any issue, you see him there. Okay. And that is leadership. The only thing I want the DC to do is, I want that difference between some factions in the party. He should try to resolve it. Okay. No, and I believe if that differences is being resolved, he will be the best DCE Okre I've ever had. Okay. And you know, he is the second DCE of Okre. Okay. Because it's one of the newest, it's the newest district in Ghana. Okay. Honorable than Dambuche's constituency. Yeah. The first DC is now the MP for the area. Okay.
Honorable Kenneth is a very good man.
Kenneth was a good man.
He is still a good man. I've met him one-on-one. I call him and then, in fact, that no matter who you are,
what I mean is, Ken, I know him when he was a DC. He was good. But what this guy is doing is better. Okay. He is good, agenda. But what this guy is doing is better. Seriously, I'm enjoying the work of the DCE. When he was coming,
some of the things he has done so far that I mean the DCE has only been in
office.
Maybe he's trying to solve the internal issues or wranglings in their
party.
No, it's not. That's his main concern, because the main concern is about the internal wranglings in their party. Okay. So I think
one thing that
you can mention the projects.
Last month in Dukum Presby Secondary Technical, there was a serious rainstorm in one of our dormitories. And let me tell you, when the DCE was called, you know, at that time I never had the DCE's contact. But I'm on the platform that I think he will be on the platform, or somebody related to him will be on the platform. As soon as I place on the platform, please can I get the DCE's number? In the next 3 seconds, somebody called me and it was a DCE.
3 seconds.
In the next 3 seconds, somebody called me, and my surprise was not the aide, the DC himself. And let me tell you, as we speak, about 3 classrooms have been re-roofed.
Okay.
A dormitory have been re-roofed, and staff offices have also been re-roofed.
3 seconds. All this.
No. I'm talking about the prompt response to my call. But later, it was do you know one thing? It was a Sunday. After that, what he did was to call the engineers to visit the school on that particular Sunday to assess the rate of the damage. And right on Monday, a contractor was brought on board to work. So let me tell you something.
So
let me be very honest.
He did this. I want to know whether he did this with IGF or with the common fund or
one important thing. By the time that he started the project, there was no common fund
and no IGF.
How did he fund this?
From his own money.
For I'm not saying from his own money. But what I'm saying is, if I was sure, because that Thursday when I came here, I think I came here on Wednesday. That Thursday I went to an office. That was when the DC have gone for they were going for their conferences. So I met them, and the common fund was. But even if the common fund was not in, that prompt action was something I think
it should be commended.
Yes, that is leadership. Because it's not easy for you to get a leader who can just get that quick response to issues.
Okay.
So and another thing is the DC of Offenso South, Frank Abodie, he's doing very well. Abodie is doing a lot of work.
Okay.
A lot of the feeder roads in Offenso, he's using the graders to work. Okay. And one thing I like about this DC, Offenso South DC, rather MCE is not a DC, he's an MCE, is that he's not the armchair DC. He's an action-oriented DC. Okay. And let me tell you, today, even if you call any MPP member in Offenso South, the person will tell you that DC does not even sit in the office. He comes to the office in the morning, sign, and take the team to the field. Wow. At one form.
Okay.
That's good. And I'm hoping, and you know one thing, Frank is a very good friend. Very, very good friend. Very close, tight friend. When he was appointed, I was happy. But all what I was praying within me was that God should help him to work. Because sometimes in appointment, a lot of people will contest, so the HS will be too much. But let me tell you, this guy, the work that he's doing, I'm hoping that he will not stop.
Okay.
And if you continue that work, 2028, Dr. Aya Opoku and his people in Offenso should stand well.
Okay.
Because he's working.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thanks. Though the MC for Offenso is doing well with the reshaping, and I think maybe the drip machines is helping him. So,
yes, the drip machine is helping.
So at least while
the drip machine
was applauding him, we can also applaud.
The drip machine was not paid.
Those who you can also applaud those who also brought in the drip machines. Yeah. So
every district is having the drip machine, but it takes an action DCE to use it.
Yeah. So Kobana drip machine soon one bread. So let's take it from there. Now and Twaso. Yeah.
Oh, but Abodie Nyamin Shao, you are doing well. I also thank all the party executives of Offenso South and the good people of Offenso South. Okay. Let's support our DCE. Let's put our differences aside, work together as a team. And inshallah, 2028, something will happen.
2028, something will happen. Coming from Peter Adai there, commending the DC for Offenso South on their good works in there. Ghana Talks Radio commends you, DC, for what you are doing. It takes the good works of a person to announce him in the public. So yes, since your people are commending you for this, we also commend you. Keep doing what you are doing. And we hope all the other DCs and MCs will learn from what you are doing. Before we move into the main topic for the day, Paul, last week, the media budget was read. In a few sentences, how did you see it?
And I just mentioned, was mentioning prices of how prices of other things have reduced and other things.
But we are not feeling it.
But we are not feeling it.
Okay.
In reality, we are not feeling it.
Okay.
So I think if something has to be done, then you should act. Okay. It's almost about 3 to 4 months that we saw the dollar depreciating. Yeah. But when you go to the chop bars and other places, me I like
food with dollars in the other job.
No, I buy with cities. But if the dollar, they made an assertion that if the dollar rate is down.
Who made that assertion?
Then DC.
Paul, that's the.
Say,
do you know that?
Let me land. That the dollar is so high. That's why the commodities of things have also right. So when they come, they'll make sure they reduce or make the dollar depreciate. So the commodities of goods, so prices of commodities will also reduce. Fine. Now you've come to announce the budget, to read the budget to us, and then you made the claims that truly, maize has reduced. If you could contain some, has reduced, and we know kokonte is something that we don't even buy $1 because the cassava that we used to get kokonte. Now kokonte initially if I buy kokonte 5 cedis,
you want to agree,
but she said kokonte me come 10 cedis, and I'm someone who like kokonte.
There we say, that time that I took kokonte 5 cedis no man no had more airport. Then she got some here.
Oh, that be kokonte 5 cedis. Me, I'm somebody I like kokonte very well.
Hey, last year now top 5 cities are me.
I'm top 5 cities any tuna.
But this year
kotoje is kotoje no. So I used to buy kokonte 5 cities and I'll get satisfied. But now if I go, most kokonte no saying if it is equal, let me machine. But the minister is also claiming, and after he read the budget, there's a choba in my area, Mami Ko choba. So immediately he finished reading the budget. I rushed there to buy kokonte just to see whether really the price has reduced. Yeah. When I got there, Mami Ko Pacho kokonte no more than saying, I say if it is this echo. They is this class here some small, you know. I was like, no. Yes, kokonte was what it. I don't know what sir. Was one the kind. It was like one the kind. So you get it. We have to feel it. If you say if you talk about whatever we always see inflation has reduced, and inflation has dropped. They all make claims, but if you don't feel it in our pockets, at least it's just useless. Okay. If it drops, you have to feel it in our pocket. At least the value of money has to change. Okay. Do you get it? Yeah. So to me, I think, and then he didn't mention about the women's bank. The women's bank, we don't know the stand of the women's bank, whether it will be in the next budget. Because about the money they need is about $400 million, right? For about $400 million, and then you never spoke about about. They've made an initial list of $51 million. I can't be 340 something. You must talk about it, and then how is even faring. Okay. So we are waiting maybe in the next budget next year. Okay. We are hoping to see more actions on the women's bank. Okay. Most of the projects, like they've just launched them. But the actions are not. They've launched the petition, but we are not seeing action. Okay. 1 million code described. I don't know now. Can you? I don't know. And then your minister was saying 1 million code of training people on how to design. Okay, fine. Why are they? Any also and honorable the question also. The national pledge can I head into somebody who's going somebody
this is how no Peter this is why but Dr. Baomia no we should not no
he's going to be the
no so
what can you tell me you're going to
Omari let me ask you this question. This is the behavior of that Dr. Baromia when he was reading. I'm coming. Let me.
As a foreign affairs minister.
To read for what?
The coat of arms. No, the meaning.
There is no way you will go.
They don't know the meaning of the coat of arms. Coat of arms trying to war on them. You don't even know.
Like to me,
you cannot go to US.
To me. Your ability to recite national anthem is not important. What is important is your ability to change
I think even in our schools, in our basic schools, in our basic schools, we shouldn't even teach our students, our pupils. Those
are patriotic songs does not mean as a minister. So if he's going to send,
it's not a minister for it's not minister for finance.
No.
On finance minister, it's not going to be finance minister. It's not going to be energy minister.
Some questions of Remarking was asking there was useless, was baseless, was nonsensical. No. Why do you ask a minister?
As a foreign minister.
What is the essence of it?
I'm saying I'm saying you cannot call you cannot call a US foreign affairs minister and ask him about Statue of Liberty, and he'll tell you I have no idea about Statue of Liberty. It cannot be possible.
No, but
like US foreign affairs minister.
But take your time. Take your time, Omari, you are a media man. Take your time and watch the advanced nation when it comes to vetting of ministers, and see the kind of question they ask. They ask questions that have importance to the office.
So you think the national symbols that do not have importance in the office of a foreign affairs minister?
When the foreign affairs minister,
national symbols.
Allow me to talk.
Let me ask this question.
Yeah, ask.
Peter, let me
ask.
As a country,
yes,
one of our identities,
yes,
is a national anthem.
It's a national anthem, right?
Now flag. Yeah.
As a foreign minister,
yes,
representing us,
yes,
to the entire world,
yes.
If you can't exhibit our identity,
yes,
you don't think that is questionable.
Can I come in? Would you allow me to talk? The essence of our national identity is not for recitation, but the essence of national identity is for people to have that patriotism.
And then the person that
it's about the spirit. No, it's about the spirit.
The person cannot know. The person cannot even read the pledge.
It's not about. No. Let me tell you something. Omari, let me make this clear. There's a difference of you knowing and reciting.
Mr. Mary, the deputy cannot. I'll never agree with him because
you can know.
You know how I agree with him.
Let me tell you something.
Anytime Ghana Black Stars is going to play a match, and then they're reciting.
They don't recite. It is play for them.
It's play for them, and then some of them will recite it or in
how many of them can recite
they're reciting their minds like.
That lady who went
Mr. Mary, if we reach both defend the good name of Ghana,
I'm challenging Paul. To recite the national anthem.
God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever. Because of freedom and then
you see?
No.
You see? You see? You see?
I want to breathe.
No.
I can sing it. I cannot recite it. I can sing it. My voice.
Don't worry.
I'm okay.
I have a good voice.
If he's able to sing or recite, I'll give him 100 CDs on this live studio.
You just can't do one.
Me saying if he's able to recite, I'll give him 100 CDs.
First kind of brand.
If
the show has gotten exciting this one.
Yes,
my voice no.
What you recite?
Not me in my school.
Let me take my money.
In my school, no.
He can't recite.
In my school.
He can't recite.
In my school.
You think
in my school?
No,
in my school. And then.
We should get serious as a nation.
If I'm here.
We should get serious as a nation.
If I'm here and I can't say the national anthem or the pledge, I don't.
You are a party communicator.
No, I'm a communicator.
Let me even ask him. I'm going to at the next step. He should recite the MPP anthem, and I'll give him 100 CDs.
The MPP anthem, you MPP anthem more than me.
Can you recite? You can't.
Okay, recite it.
Fatu, 5 years to me recite MPP anthem. Fatu.
Any. Oh my God.
Okay, the MPP anthem. We are the new patriotic party. That's our anthem.
That's our anthem.
We are.
We are
the new.
Go, mommy.
Is a winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is a winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. We are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is a winning symbol. We shall win. You said it was. I'm getting you.
What do you recite?
You have won.
Oh, what do you mean?
In a position, you say we shall win. We shall win. To save Ghana. And you come to Eshi. That's our anthem. That's our anthem.
What do you recite?
That's our anthem. That's our anthem. And then anthem. You don't know our anthem. Our anthem was composed by Sydney. Our anthem was composed by Sydney.
What do you mean?
Oh, our anthem. Unma anthem. In the first place, no anthem.
No.
He got the first stanza right.
But the second stanza was not right. And three stanzas. No, Omari, let me tell you something. What I'm saying is, patriotic songs are not for recitation, but the patriotic songs contain spirit of the nation. So what we need, is not people.
If you don't even know
how can I
no. But if you heard me right, he told him, he knows it, but he can't like.
How can you know something and not be able?
Let me tell you something. There are a lot of things that I know. Like I don't know how to sing. Me from childhood till now, there is no song on this earth that I can sing from A to Z. There is no song.
Even that's why I'm telling you, can't say A to Z.
What I'm telling there is no song. Me, I don't like music. I'm that type. I don't like music at all.
By Peter.
But what I'm trying to say is,
Peter, what I'll say is that
we need to take inspiration from the West. So let me ask you: Can the
man knew very well.
No, can the Pope? I'm coming. Can the Pope recite the Bible from Genesis to Revelation? No.
In the same Bible, there is a whole book.
What I mean is the Pope.
The books read.
No, I'm coming.
The books read in school. But
no.
Bible's a whole book.
Can the Pope recite
a whole book? Mr. Mary, one thing is that the man, the person, I'm sure didn't came as impromptu. Say, foreign affairs, deputy foreign affairs minister.
Yes.
I know about to say rumors or something before even they mention his name as the foreign affairs deputy, isn't it? Yeah. Before you go for the vetting. So even the position that they are giving to you, you should even respect that position.
So our question is not of I feel
that,
like
no,
be a business.
And that position that they give to you, you should respect that position. And say no. Right now you've been appointed as the foreign affairs.
So you know how to recite national anthem.
Some of our national symbols should be key to you. Like if you are appointed for economic finance minister. When you are going there, you know something about GDP, about this. It should be at fingertips.
No.
Except when
But you know the work of the foreign affairs minister.
We
Dawson. All right.
But he's going to sell the country out.
Let's get into the conversations for the day. Let's get into the conversations for the day. I know you've been enjoying the show so far. It's been heated in the studio as always. On the midway
NDC and thick and settings. Doctor.
Now we are getting into.
I don't have any
NDC and settings. My man on your doctor said, wait. Doctor.
Your doctor may be going to was the academic doctor.
And I'm trying to only finish this so. The investigator and only finish this so.
But the woman is working.
Settings. And our day settings. Settings.
I think last week we were here and we spoke about a particular issue regarding the Unibank and the banking sector cleanup as a whole.
Yes.
There's been some concerns being raised by the minority, and they're actually looking for the Attorney General to take a particular decision regarding this Unibank case. The whole thing is that the accused persons, one of the leading accused persons, is a known NDC member. And when this case came up, the lawyer who represented him then was the current Attorney General. And today, he's the Attorney General. The case was brought to him, as an Attorney General, you are assigned to such a case. And then he discontinues the case with reason of taking some part of the money and leaving some part of the money. Now, we know we have the case of the Chief Justice, right? And some of its pertinent issues as regarding her affiliation to a particular party, and so it influences her decisions sometimes, allegedly. And even with her suspension case, the lawyer who is representing her is the former Attorney General who was appointed by the past NPP government. So that also raised the issue of conflict of interest then. That then this reconciles with the issues people or the concerns people are raising. In that same instance, we are seeing here the Attorney General and Kwamina Dufo. And so the minority is saying that with all this irregularity surrounding the issue, the Attorney General, they've gone to that extent of even seeking his resignation.
Yeah, Mr. Murray. Good morning once again, and good morning to our cherished viewers and listeners, and also good morning to the good people of Amasaman. Mr. Pemo Yomi, my MP, Flogs Baby, Abigail Asabia, and General Secretary for the party in Amasaman constituency. Samuel Akwayong, say, aka I don't care, Papa. Yeah, I'm getting to them. And Mr. Murray, what I'll say is that the Attorney General and Honorable Commander 4 are very dishonest people. Really? They are very, very, very dishonest people. Somebody like Attorney Dominic Nanyi, Honorable, should even resign. Like, whatever that's happening, he should. Do you know what I'm saying? He should resign, no. Mr. Murray. Initially, when Honorable Commander 4 and the rest were facing trial, Dominic Ayini was his lawyer, and they went to court and told the court that Mr. Commander 4 is not guilty. That's the first. Let's take it from there. Okay. The Attorney General, the County Attorney General, who is the lawyer, who was the lawyer for Honorable Commander 4, made it clear that his client wasn't guilty of all the charges leveled against him. Okay. And we are here now. You are here now taking the money back in trenches. So I don't know. Like Mr. Maria Nyawawa, you should be surprised. Someone who's not guilty. Someone who you told everybody defended that he's never guilty. Now, Sadiri Daho. Now, Osmafa. Then I tell you, men fire. Then Echi Basimonjia. Am I an honest person? Let's take it from there. Sure. So somebody like this, being the Attorney General, is questionable. If you look at the issue surrounding this, like, it's very, very questionable. You go and defend the person at court, tell everybody that the person is not guilty. The person is never guilty of any crime or all the charges leveled against him. Fast forward, he's not guilty. He's not guilty. Yeah, she did for Mokonam Sambra. Then it seems Crowd was sealed in 2020. In 2020. So fast forward 4 years about. Government changed. Never Attorney General. Then you are now being appointed as the Attorney General for this country. Then you come back and say no. The money that he looted, he's going to pay 60%. This is very, very strange and questionable. This is very, very strange and questionable. Like, every reasonable Ghanaian will never defend this. I don't even expect our NDC brothers to even defend this. Okay. Every reasonable Ghanaian will never defend this. Okay. Because if you claim you are not guilty, then be like let your yes be yes, let your no be no. If you're not guilty, you're not guilty.
Okay, so in this instance, what do you think the Attorney General should do? Must he recuse himself from the case? Must he stand by his previous judgment when he was defending the accused person?
For now, the Attorney General, now we don't even know. Someone who was not guilty, is now going to pay the money 60%
out of guilt.
Out of guilt. This is and like I don't know his conscience. What does his conscience tell him? Okay. What does his conscience tell him? Like the panel was on fire, and now we don't even know which properties. Or they become 60% now. Which money? Okay. How much has he paid? Okay. We should know all this. Like we should be transparent because some catch say he has paid 60%. Yeah. Maybe it might be his properties. We have to know the value of those properties. At least accountability is key. Sure. That's what I'm saying. This issue, the Attorney General is being very dishonest. Okay. It's very, very, very wrong. Okay. You the bank there, you the account before somebody will come and say he was giving money to people deposit money in your bank. Later on, you find difficult to give their money back to them, or when they come to withdraw their money, they find some difficulties. And the government also help you, give you some amount to push it into the bank so that you can help those depositors when they come for their bank, and it will help the bank grow. You channel that money into a different business. That will give you another profit. And you told us you are not guilty. Dominic Ayini defended him with his blood. In fact, with his blood. or the moja na come and ne bibia even with his soul. So the man is never guilty. The man is never guilty. Fast forward, government changed.
So what has changed?
Now what has changed? Now what has changed? Like if somebody is not guilty, if somebody who wasn't guilty is now paying the amount he looted, then we are joking in this country. Okay. We are not ready to fight corruption in this country. Okay. I always say this: Operation Recover all loot. I tend to Operation Recover some and leave some.
Okay.
I told you now. I was expecting him to even mention the amount of loot they've been able to recover. Okay. Like it will be very good. Okay. Somebody last week, my mother was here saying the Tawari and the rest have agreed to pay. At least if they agree to pay, let us know that she has paid this amount or this. Transparency is key.
It's key. All right.
And the other area, if government changes, like it will not help the nation. I would say we are sitting president that will never and ever help this nation.
Okay.
And as a youth of this country, and as a young guy of this country, that one day I would like to become an MP or a minister. Oh, I will do law. I will study law. So one day, if I can become an attorney general. Yeah. Do you get it? So I have to condemn this. I don't even know. I don't want anybody to defend this. This very act.
Okay.
It's very wrong. But the man has the double standard there is very, very high.
All right.
Peter, how many having? Phone that has my phone. You told me say I'm catch you say I'm far phone. What do me call court? Catch a court said that I'm far phone. It's she in the society judges no. And the judge for buy. And I'm catch I'm fire but meet you. Like and for the first not any person no. Why finance minister that? Why governor that? No, it's not just another person in this country. Like, yeah, you should be honest. You should be honest. Before it's not just any member, any just. Before Kabana Krank, I you're treating as a statement. Because you have served this nation.
Okay.
As a governor and also as a finance minister. Like by now, you should treat him as a statesman. But look at what he's doing to himself.
Okay.
Attorney General is doing what is making himself unpopular with these actions. He's making himself very, very unpopular.
All right.
And it will go against the NDC. This is how we like it in the town.
Okay. Thank you there, Paul. Peter.
Okay. Good
Paul
morning.
Says he doesn't want you to even defend this.
Good morning once again.
You are welcome.
One important thing is, one serious sickness on earth is ignorance. The MPP, I don't know. In a better word than ignorant that I can use to describe them.
Okay.
If you take your time and look at the Unibank case, when Dr. Ahini, the current attorney general, was defending Commando 4, they never said they didn't receive money from government. They said they do receive money from government. But the problem is, and the money given to them from they received from government was not for free. It was a money that they will pay back. It was just a cushion by government to protect their banks. But the only challenge that he was having was that the government is owning Unibank through contractors. So if the government really wants Unibank to stand, he need to pay back those contractors so that he will get back his money. So what Commando 4 is doing now is the money that was invested in his bank. He's paying it back because those monies were not for free. It was like grants that were invested in those banks so that they can still stand. So when my brother is here saying the attorney general having double salary, I don't get him. He never said the government never gave him money. He said yes, monies were given, but the monies given, some of them. The government, even before the government giving me money, the government owns me.
But was the money used for what it was supposed to be used for? That's the question. That was why it was charged.
But let me tell you something. Banks operate, the owners of bank use their personal properties as guarantor to get grants and loans to operate their banks. Bank also operates on credit.
Sure.
So what I mean is, if I run two companies and I'm using company A to finance company B, if there is money for company B, I can also use company A.
Okay.
Commando 4 is not just owning a bank. Apart from the bank, he's also owning a saving and loan.
Okay.
He also owns. He have a media house. He have a lot of company. He have a lot of investments. So what he is doing now is, and let me tell you something. The NDC government, the new NDC government, is not looking at just sending people to jail, but we are looking at
60%.
We are looking at recovering debt on that people own the state. Okay. It's not about just sending the people to jail.
All right.
Because is it Atwesian who is in jail now? Last week, I've heard people start saying he's sick. We need to give him pardon. So if this man is giving pardon, if truly he owns Ghana, are you going to get our monies back? No. So after serving the jail sentence, he have enjoyed our money. Okay. But what we are saying is, we are not interested in just jailing people. That is why the lives of Gift Wawari are now paying our monies back.
How much has she paid?
How much?
There's one thing that when my mother talk like, governance is not like you and your mother, where no.
Now you are claiming she's paying money.
Okay.
You are claiming you are alleging she's paying money, but which we don't know.
So the question is,
you see when you were talking,
Wyoming, your time you told us Wyoming was paying. Did the government ever came to inform the state the amount of? This is the only time we have a government that is ready to speak to the people every week. Okay. That is governance.
All right. Okay.
In your time, things were in secrecy. Ministers cannot even talk. But we have a government who is open. That is why you now have the mouth to talk. The MPP, the party is collapsing. So they just want to make news. I'm happy now we don't even need them in parliament to take decisions. When our members are full, we are a full parliament that can take decisions for the nation. We are Ghana in the form of the same boat running. We are serious for governance and we are serious for development agenda.
Okay.
We are taking Ghana to the promised land. Okay. If Commando 4 is able to pay that 60% just in 6 months, in 4 years he was in court, what was the benefit?
Okay.
The Attorney General was every day using government vehicle from his office to the court every day on that case, and nothing was made out of it. There's one thing that we need to believe. Governance is not just rich hunting.
So are you saying in a nutshell?
Yes.
Your time is almost up. But in a nutshell, are you saying that the minorities' concerns being raised, especially in the case of conflict of interest?
What the conflict of interest? The conflict of interest is it that he's fighting for Ghana? He wants Ghana to get back our money? Is it that is conflict of interest? Is that the definition for conflict of interest?
Okay.
Or did they just want, we have imprisoned Command for 10 years. When we imprison him 10 years, we don't get back our money. After 10 years, he come and enjoy his money.
Okay.
If really, the state really gave him money to invest in his bank. These are things that we, do you know the amount we spend on our prisons every day? So, if you go to the Asian countries, what they do is they have a lot of social services. They have state farms. They have even sweepers in town who are serving terms based on the actions they took.
Okay.
You have civil, they call it this civil punishment, something like that. You don't serve jail sentence, but you serve the nation. Do you know China sometimes even send prisoners to Africa to come and work? Prisoners, as part of their sentence, they will bring you to Africa to come and work at a construction sites.
Okay. All right.
It's the right direction. Give to Owari is enjoying the same thing.
Okay.
I want the minority to also write why is Give to Owari settling the debt.
Okay.
If they are really, they stand by what they are saying, he's also enjoying the same thing.
All right.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
What is good for the goose is also good for the gander. Stated by Mr.
You made a very nice. You gave us a very nice list, but let me just come in with one of the things or two things you said. Talking about ignorance and other things, Mr. Mari, what we are discussing here is a very sensitive issue.
Sure.
I don't think anybody or anyone would like to be in jail in this country. Nobody would like to be in jail in this country.
Sure.
To be in jail, you've seen your children, your loved ones, your family, your freedom. You're not going to get. Nobody would like to be in jail. If you've met any inmate, you can talk, have a chat with that person. If the person narrates the things that happens in jail to you, you will know that nobody in this country would ever like to be in jail. But if it's only about loot, invest the money, make profit of the money, later on come and pay 60%, then it means we are going to make the politicians and some richer people more richer.
But in 4 years, what did you do about it?
In 4 years, you're going to make cases in court can take years.
So somebody in 6 months is asking the person to pay, and you are still saying we should continue.
It's not what I'm saying is that. What I'm saying is that nobody would like to be in jail. Even I think Asian is crying in jail. Maybe me I'm here. I will back a car. Let me. I will back a car. I say no bash no one.
I'm before the master.
That be when before the master. I will back a car. Say my mom in China.
Everybody
to be in jail. But to be in jail for about 2-3 years.
You said something. Emma about China.
You said Oba me China.
What's up, man? Hey, MVP for there. Just say mono. It's kind of we are good. There we need to master na.
Sabi Emma nyemri no pay for me then. Lumba the kan. I'm fan kan see you. Sabi Emma nyemri no pay for me then. Lumba no fan kan see you. I'm saying nobody would like to be in jail. Like you be in jail for about maybe 2-3 years, Krana. Or background, so bad for crowd.
Hey, there's a just say
no. That I'm saying, people will not like to be in jail. But your freedom and other things that you enjoy, you're not going to get all those things.
Yeah.
So don't see that somebody going to be in jail for 10, 15 years, and 20. I got to go 15 years now. Obviously, you're happy. Well, DP Anfo has made a lot of money by going to jail for 15 years. It's going to really worry her. Someone like how before upon whatever, he has achieved everything in life. By Okojo 10 years kind of life one. Yeah. I think that would be a dent or a damage on his reputation. Like a dent on his name or on his image. Yeah. What I say, he went to jail for what reason? Nobody would like to be in jail for this particular reason. Say, I looted money or I did this, that's why I was in jail. Nobody would like to be with the figure someone like come out before. So don't be like people if you want to do like you want to make it like loot and pay later. People will loot. People will loot. And after looting, they'll just invest the money, make more profit, because they can loot about.
So Gitowari, talk about Gitowari. Gitowari is also doing same.
I'm saying I'll never support Gitowari if the charges are against and she has to be in jail. I'll never support it. Whether she's my party or something, I won't support it because we are going to make some people richer and we are still going to be poorer.
Okay.
Why should they allow them to be richer? Because they will loot, invest, make profit, make much profits. Later on, they come and pay. If we are 100 billion, because real estate, I'll get much profit. Later, I can pay the 1 billion. Then that profit, na be media.
Okay.
Is that how you want it in the country? Then we make them richer. Then we used to be poor. No, let them serve jail 1 year.
Okay.
Or background, I'm being honest with you.
Okay. Moving on. Let me ask this. I believe we all know what Ramsar sites are, and its importance, its essence to not just the state but even to international corporate bodies. And over the years, we've realized that our Ramsar sites have been encroached. People are using it for their domestic purposes rather than what it is actually being meant for. And so government took it upon itself to evacuate all these domestic interference on our Ramsar sites. And last week there was communication that that exercise has been suspended because the chiefs are now resisting the evacuation. How do we set for chiefs to determine to us as a country what is right and what is not right? Does the chief, the traditional leaders, yield that much power to dictate to us, even on issues where it is a wrongdoing on behalf of the traditional occupants. And so government withdraws.
Mr. Mari, some of these things, I don't want to do politics with some of these things. But when the chiefs, I watched a video in which the member of parliament for, is it Tema West? Yeah, Tema West. He went there and then he assured them that they're going to stop the demolition of some buildings that were along the other sides. I was confused. I was like, the people are doing something wrong. Government has taken a bold decision to make sure they do the right thing, or the right thing is being done. Then the MP comes in to stand in for the people, because he feels if he doesn't stand in for the people, next year he's going to lose his election. And it has been the norm of this country. Once the people are in his constituency and he feels he might need their vote again, whatever the people are doing, he doesn't even think about the interest of the nation. He's thinking about his political career or his agenda. I have to win the next election, so at all costs you have to stop whatever you are doing. If it will even benefit the country, you have to stop it. And I always set example, like some people are selling alongside along the roads, like especially Kashi drugstore. You find it very difficult
to even find space
to walk. Do you get it? But try and go there and tell them you want to evacuate them from that place. You see people coming in, and somebody even came in when that issue came about evacuating those people who sell at Okaishi. One woman came out that she's a woman organizer, a police station woman organizer for NDC, a branch woman organizer. You don't use police station, you use branch. For her in Iowa Central, she voted for John Mahama, and also for Tabuzo or Tunabu. I've forgotten his name. Say Tunabu. Say Tunabu. Yeah. The one came in that she voted for John Mahama and that MP, and now where she's getting her daily bread, they want to sack her. So if they sack her from today, she will resign from NDC and she will be the branch woman organizer again. Wow. I was like, wow. What about now? They say, like you should do whatever you like. No, it's not like that. Okay. But we do politics with everything. You would see somebody go in there, and the people say, oh, Motumame. That's the kind of even Galamsey cry idea politics. You get it? But who conflict idea politics? Okay. We do some of these things and later we are the people who come back to suffer. You get it? We should take politics out. We should take politics out of these things. Like it's very 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 worrying. I thought I'm a cowboy. I'm being too emotional. It's very worrying. I thought if I'm walking along the roadside at Okaishi, you don't have people on phone. People sweat and other things. Then you just adding. But meanwhile, that place wasn't for that place wasn't for selling along people's stores or in front of people's stores. No, it wasn't allowed. But we have AME here. Or let me say you have MMDs here.
MMDs,
who are supposed to be in charge and make sure everything is in the right place. Let's ask about the Sakumono site, the other site of Sakumono. Can we start with when the people went to settle there or start encroaching that place? What were the assemblies doing? That place is an Akrowo, right?
Yeah.
Krowo. No, Sakumono, Tema West. Maybe Tema West, initially when they started, maybe they were even having a district. So, because that site is for the Nungwa chiefs. They made it clear that area is for them. And government cannot show them what to do. But that place is theirs. That land is theirs. It's not for government. It's for them, the chiefs. And if any time we allow chiefs to come into issues of national interest, you better pray. And some of us also use the chiefs for our political agendas. They get it. If you want power, you go to the chiefs and you tell them this, you tell them this, you tell them this. So later on, when you come to power, and you're not able, and you want to take any action against some wrongdoings on their land or on the settlements or in the kingdom, okay, not king, but me find the kingdom. They will just remember you. Oh, Bible can't say. You told me this, so why are you going to do this? Sure. Then to affect us. You get it? We should take politics out of this. If the government have to do this, the government should go on and do it. Okay. The government should go on and do it, because later on, say BBC, the government will also waste money.
Exactly.
To take care of them. Exactly. Yeah, I want to afraid not more. You'll be calling this, Meanwhile, once you are there, the government wants the safety, they want your safety. The government is everything to protect lives. But you're also making the job of the government very difficult. That's why I was very sad when I listened to the MP. The MP shouldn't come in and say this, that when they started, he went to see the presidency, he went to presidency to tell them to stop. The MP declared he went to presidency and told them to stop. Meanwhile, also you can like you are still doing politics with this thing. Thinking the people of Nungwa, sorry, Sakumono, will not vote for you again if you are quiet about this. But let them explain to them the importance of that demolition. That should be the first thing. The MP should have explained to them the importance of that demolition. If we are demolishing this place, but we'll make sure we get a place for you to sleep. Or before the government to do that too, I have gotten you a place for you to move and sleep. So you can settle there. Then we look at the way forward. I remember when Honorable Reporti wanted to move the people, the owner sellers from Accra Central, Konkoma area there to Kotoku and Gomwa, somewhere in Gomwa after Kaswa. It was a very difficult task, and even Amasama, we suffered that thing. When they came, they were like, "I'm gonna move you on. You're making much money there, but now that you are here, you're not making more money." So Mutuntia and the Mutuntia PP. At Thomas, I went there. I went to the Kotoku market. Is in my constituency. I went there to campaign, and the people were like, "Motu if you wanna, yes, come motu if you wanna." But the sound will be, but like meanwhile, it was in the right direction. But now, like I said, Timber Market. If you want to take Timber Market out of the Accra Central and bring it to an asket, so that you can use the main city for something profitable, like nice buildings, nice structures. We can see Accra no back there. Accra is a very clean city, a very nice city. But we will do politics out of it. Like challenge them. It's like it's worrying. Sure. I know Peter also admit that this thing very well. I know Peter will also come in and say it's very worrying. At least he won't defend the people. I know.
Okay, Peter, since Paul has unofficially invited you, we will take.
Okay. Good morning once again to our cherished viewers and listeners. This issue, somebody who is a friend to the environment. So when it comes to this issue, I would say it's within my terrain. And it's an area I show much interest. Interesting. Does Ramsar site have importance? Yes. Have Ghana signed on to the international Ramsar site document? Yes. If so, why are we going against international treaties that we've signed? We've signed those treaties, meaning we respect that. And you know the Ramsar site, it's important. Even if you are able to protect it well, it even beautifies the environment. Because one is home to some animals, some birds, some fishes, and some other worms, and a lot of animals live there at the Ramsar site. The question is, how did people get access to these lands? Ramsar sites are state-owned lands. So,
and that's a good question. How did they get access?
So the question is, who sold those lands to them? Ramsar sites are owned by the state. It's not under the authority of
some individual
chiefs.
People,
But what happens is that when the chief sees that, though I've given the lands to you, you say it's a Ramsar site that we are not supposed to build, but you are selling the lands out to your people. They also think now, after you are cheating, let's also come in and sell some.
To their own.
That is the major problem in Accra.
Wow.
most of the Accra land was acquired by Nkrumah and the colonial government. And since these lands were acquired by the Nkrumah and colonial government, some of them compensation were not paid. That's why in Accra we have most of the lands being named after schools. They say new what was two lands, this was two lands. But the problem is when these colonial governments and the commerce government picked these lands, they didn't pay compensations. But they were told these lands are going to be used for state interest.
Sure.
And later they will see individuals developing these lands into new buildings where you can't pay in cedi, but you need to pay in dollars and pounds. So this Ramsar site that the chiefs have come in, the first question is those who have occupied it.
Yeah.
How do they get it?
Get it. Okay.
Are they not politicians? Are the company not owned by politicians? Which period were this land sold out? I am not in support of giving state land to individuals for their individual interests.
Okay.
Myself, I don't even believe in building in Accra. I believe in building in Asket, where you can go and get a very nice air. If you go to the state, US, big men don't stay in the city. The city is for squatters. In US, in UK, the city is for squatters. We come to the city, come and enjoy, and move back and stay in the village. So the hinterland, that's where you go and see the big ranches, people having big mansions. But in the cities, the building people build there are for money.
Okay.
So they build in the city because people are in their numbers. Because there is overpopulation in the city, they build and rent it out there, but the big men stay outside the city.
Okay.
One thing I would like John Dramani Mahama to do is that now what I should do, every district, every municipality need to have a residential area.
Okay.
Every municipality need to liaise with their various chiefs in their community, get acres of land. We're thinking about having new cities, just like Nkrumah did for Tema.
Okay.
So if every district or every municipality is having an area demarcated for residential buildings, where those areas you make sure people don't cut trees anyhow.
Okay.
If these things are being, we are able to do this. These cities in East Legon and those things, it was not a city. East Legon was not a city, but it was a time that they saw a lot of the elites are moving.
Yeah.
So this is one thing I will tell. I will take this opportunity to tell Okuapehene.
Okay.
Nana.
Okay.
I respect you, Nana. I know you are a young man who is ready to bring development to Okuapemai. Nana, let's take advantage. Okuapeman is close to Accra. Okuapeman is, I would say, is in a bit of a center of Eastern, Volta, and Greater Accra.
Yeah.
Let's get Apredehene, Nana Edukom Hene, Nana Ukugwa Hene. Let's demarcate areas for new cities.
Okay.
And even name those areas after yourself. If you do that, I'm telling you, we will move Accra a bit to the eastern part of Ghana, especially to the Akuapem area. Akuapem is having a very serene environment.
Yeah. I mean, Paul comes there every weekend to come and
living on the mountains is like living outside Ghana. So, what I want the chiefs.
You can be living outside Ghana, and that will be in Nigeria.
What I mean is, when talk about in Ghana, when somebody is living outside, we are talking about Europe. So what I mean is the weather in Akuapem, a normal weather in Akuapem is like the air conditioning room we are sitting in now.
Yeah. It's even colder than that.
Yes.
Same as Oboko.
So these are things that chiefs, instead of they fighting over Ramsar site, should rather concentrate on developing new cities.
But the Ghana chiefs, I don't think they have another land to.
No, there are areas in Greater Accra that is a bit far from the main city.
Do you know one thing about the Ghans? Their chieftaincy issues are different from unlike the accounts. Like the Gamanche right now that they have. The Gamanche that they have right now, even when they're celebrating Homo, he has an area. The noise banning, the Grammy and the noise banning. The Gamanche, the current Gamanche, he has an area where he reigns.
Okay.
The Osumanche also has an area where he reigns.
So
maybe the Nungwa also.
No,
they cannot even cross to
no,
Pam.
But it's true. If you come to Asante region, offensive mine is a mine.
By Otumfuo himself, they all
respect Otumfuo.
Yeah, they all come by with the guns. The Osumanche and the Gamanche that does not have anything to do.
Okay.
But what I mean
like
is,
everyone is a Manche.
But if they are going by their normal in principle, the Gamanche is powerful.
What makes Gamanche powerful is that he has more lands than the other chiefs in Osu and La.
If you go to,
he has more lands.
If you go to, I'm coming.
He has more lands. Achim also they have about 3.
They have about 3, but they all direct and indirect. They've all given some sort of respect
to the Ochehine.
So
the
Bokwa kingdom. So the Bokwa kingdom though might not be superior, but they give that kind of respect to him. Let me tell you something. The guns, if they decide to come together, will be one of the powerful people in Ghana.
And you know
nobody can enter the gate of Ghana without using.
Right now the Ghans themselves, I don't think they have lands. And the lands now there belongs to the Dangbis. You get and the Dangbis and the Ghans. I don't think they are. Although they have some similar cultural practices, but I don't think they are one.
Okay.
Right now, if you want land, unless the Dowa area there, and those areas are for the Dangbis.
And
the rest are for the Dangbis.
So one thing I will tell them is now there is another modern trend. If you go to typical Ghana communities, how many story buildings do you see there? They mostly have shadow buildings. What I am now looking
at the mommy inside.
People should come in. They should partner with people like investors. They build this high rising buildings. If it's 50 years, you use it for 50 years. After that, the whole building is owned by the family. Or if it's maybe a 5-story, you own 2, they will own 3. All these things are things that we can do. Let me tell you, Nana Okwapi Mahine, Osi Adeyo, Adudankwa is it
Kufu or something.
Kufu. Nana, Anupay, Mimam Muso, Echao. Nana, one thing I'm saying is this is an advantage. What is happening in Accra is an advantage to the people of the Ekwapim Ridge. The chiefs will come together. I know Apre the Hene have a lot of lands. I know Edukomu Hene have a lot of land. I know Egua Hene have a lot of land. I know Ebiu Hene have a lot of land. And let me tell you, if the chief of Ekwapim are able to bring themselves together, I'm telling you, Ekwapim in the next 10 years will be the garden city of Ghana. Wow. They have a very nice environment. Sure. If the whole safari, now safari is one of the talk about venue in Ghana, and where is it?
Resorts.
Because
not even in Ghana, in Africa as well.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay? The question is,
very nice.
If the chiefs, if the chiefs of Ekwapim decide to come together, Nana Ekwapim and the Pemsa Chaubium, Mama Muso, Nana, let's think about this. Let's bring the chiefs together. I see Ekwapim to be the next face of Ghana because Accra is choked. And if Accra is choked, the only place that can be the next home for people, you know, the second home of the president is in Ekwapim land.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a Pedrazi Lodge.
Pedrazi Lodge.
Yeah.
So it's just that there too the chiefs are not together. If the Ekwapim chiefs, the Edukomu Hene, the Latte Hene, the Manfe Hene, the Apre Hene, the Okuga Hene, and the Oman Hene Mampong to come together, I'm telling you, Ekwapim will be the home.
My Ekwapim has only one Ekwapim Mahine, or
they have Ekwapim Mahine, but they have other.
They have other sub-chiefs.
So let's say the Latte people and the rest.
Yeah.
The issue is,
are they also under?
Yes, they are under Ekwapim Hene. But the issue is because they have the chip on the Latte and the Achims. The Achims are the overlord, but there is a bit of sometimes differences among them. What I mean is, this is an opportunity. This Nana Kapene, Medaba, we consultancy face to ya. This consultants I'm giving them is something. No, this one I'll take money. And after this, I'm going to. I would like your station to get this aspect of the video from. I will try to get it to Kapene. Okay. They should take advantage. Okay. Accra is choked. They should take advantage. Accra is choked. They should take advantage. People have. If you go to Latte, there's some part of the Latte that have the weather there is different. If you go to Abonse, do you know the Abonse slave market? It's one of the colonial slave market in Ghana. But because we've no well developed it, people are not going there. Do you know now? If you go to Ekwapim again, we have a Aslema waterfalls.
Oh, as for waterfalls, we have about.
They have more than almost every time have waterfalls in Ekwapim.
There's one
again.
waterfalls.
Do you know? Ewu have started a Konfanochi festival. Wow. I think Nana Kunadu Opese Kunadu. That is the Okugu. Nana, I like that initiative, but I think that initiative should be a Ekwapim in nature.
Okay.
It
shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's not just be Ekwapim. I think Okugu need to spearhead the agenda, but rather bring the whole Ekwapim on board.
Okay.
I see the festival of Okonfanoche traveling outside just Okugu.
Okay.
Being a national festival, and let me tell you, if Okonfanoche was to be an Egyptian, can we be a god?
Mr. Marie, the one thing I will also say, with the issue of Accra, that issue, the guns almost has no answer.
So that is why I'm saying the Ekwapim people are close. Do you know Medina? Do you know Agami? Do you know the whole Agami? Do you know the whole Medina? Medina way. Do you know it's not for
it's for
Ekwapims.
So what I'm saying is that the Dangbes who now have the lands. Because if you move from Tema, you know the wind and the rest are for the
Dangbes. So
they should also start thinking outside the box and start bringing something on board.
With this, John Dramani Mahama and the Minister for Local Government, the same way Nkrumah plan Tema, can we plan Ekwapim? Okay. This thing, I will take money. This video, I will try so that it will get to you. This one is free consultancy. So, we need to when I've been in Ekwapim for 8 years now. Ekwapim have a lot of opportunities. But because I would say they are not seeing it, and because in a way they are not together, they cannot really come together and build something for themselves. If Ekwapim is able to sit down together, plan as a unit, and push the government, I'm telling you, we can have the next Tema in Ekwapim land.
Okay. And also, let me come in with this. Like me, every day I always say the chiefs in Kou are doing very well. You might ask me why. They make sure the Kou people who are worthy, they make sure you have to have a project or have a house or buildings in Kou, no matter what. Okay. So when I was saying Atala, KK Pepra, seconds, you have to make sure you have a building, and then they'll make sure they give you a building along the road. Yeah, man, Koto Krubi.
Now, what my shiny
roadside? Now, I did. We work Coco. I was on quite why. Go have buildings. Go near. That's it. And then we have our lands where we farm. Okay. Kou has their land where they farm. So every Kou town on the mountain has villages. You get it? Every Kou town on the mountain has villages. So we have places for residential, like that's the top. That's not for farming. Only for residential purposes. We just stay there for our own. Like if we work as in Kokoa, if it's not Easter, you don't meet anybody there. They're in Accra making money, or they're in the villages farming. Okay. But when it's time for funeral, you go, you see people's houses. We work as now if you also cool, it's not anything. So Barry Champion has done very well. Okay. Not just with the hotel, but she has started a project. Okay. The Kou Airport. Yeah. He is trying to build an airport in Kou. So individuals from Kou can also push to make Kou better. Okay. Same way individuals from Accra, Nyamaco and the rest who are now wealthy can also make Accra a better place, a better place. It shouldn't be only about them, but they can make Accra a better place. Okay. You get it? But on one particular OC airport.
And you know, Omari, one thing is everything in Kwa can be done in Equiapim. We also have the same mountains. Okay. I will treat
with the power landing, you can do same in Equiapim.
Yes, you can do same. People, citizens of Equiapim who will be watching this and have interest, they go to the YouTube page, they go to your TikTok page, they should contact the Ghana Talk Radio for us to have better discussion. Sure. There are a lot of opportunities. Equiapim, the location of Equiapim alone. Sure. Do you know the reason why the Basel missionaries move all the way to locate in Equiapim is your weather? So if a whole church, the foundation of the Presby Church, started from your area because of your weather and the type of land and the way you are, why are we not taking advantage now?
And you have people there who you have
when
it comes to body people,
Nana Akwesi Osew. He is the first marketing manager of Ghana Lottery Authority. He introduced lottery into Ghana Lottery Authority. He introduced marketing into Ghana Lottery Authority. There was no marketing manager there. He introduced that. That man is from
man has more worthy people.
Do you know KGO? KGO. Yeah. That big.
Yeah.
The CEO is from Educrum.
So
even Nigel Gezi, a prophet like Gezi, he's also from the mountains.
And then that's fair. That's fine. No. Yeah. I always say if you have now here if I make money, if I become worthy. Cool. No. No, my
I'm calling KGL because we need a KGL community in the Equiapim. Come and get a vast land. Start a community. KGL community in the Equiapim.
You know Brian is from Ko. Okay. By where Brian is from Kotia. Okay. Brian is not from Abitifi. Okay.
Brian is from Offenso. Brian's mother is from Offenso. Oh. His father is from Ko.
So I'm saying even with the Ko, it's not from Abitifi or Kotia. It's from Soya. Soya is a small village. Yes. But Brian wanted to invest. They gave him land at the mountain to invest.
Let's look at our last topic for discussion and then we close the curtains for the day. But I mean, it's a good call that both of you have given, especially in terms of rebuilding another community.
Yes.
Just like Nkoma did with
it's a good thing. One thing, the reason why I'm there, if the government or private individuals even try to start a city in, because the mountains the weather alone is 10K.
Thank you. But Mr. Mary, let me applaud him coming from too. Not only Tema, but in Accra here, I mean Accra, one of the areas that I always see that their layout and everything is on point. Adabraka, Kokomemle, and Kwame Nkrumah was the one who also planned those areas. Yeah. Well, and to say other Mami.
It's
not like the other man.
I also applaud John Mahama for the Sagleme. Sagleme. If Sagleme, let's take away. I don't want the politics aspect of it. Either there was money, those things. I'm not interested in that. But if we have 5 or Sagleme in Ghana,
that's what I'm saying. The Ghanaians can collide with the Adangbis, and then they can just something simple. And now from Dunya to Accra, it can be easy to come to Accra. Maybe traffic, but here anywhere. If you live at Dunya, you want to come to Accra, or maybe Pam if you want to come to Accra, I don't think it will be a long journey.
Okay. Since we are on this issue of dying CC in the communities and all that, what can I say or see new community or I never meet him and say, now can we afford it? Let me
tell you,
there'll be rich men who will be there and then come to Accra.
I'm just bringing up a topic. The Ghana Tenants Association,
which I'm part.
Oh, you are part of it.
I'm a tenant.
They are calling for the
scrap off of
the scrapping off of the rent control. Yeah. And But do you support it? Looking at all that is going on in Ghana.
We don't need we don't really need that institution.
Really?
Yeah. What we need, or because I don't see the role they play in the renting system.
Okay.
There's renting chain, the chain of renting. Yeah. I don't know the role they play there. Are they having rooms themselves? No. So people come to them, tell them I have rooms.
You see, one time, even their office
was closed because
they couldn't pay rent.
Let me tell you, do you know what I need? I just need a chief in the Krapium to give me 100 acres of land, and I need people who can who can pay 1,000 Ghana a month. 100 people who can pay 1,000 Ghana a month in a year. Each of the 100 people will get a house in the Krapium. Just 1,000 Ghana. I studied a model. I want
1,000 Ghana a month.
1,000, that is 10 million.
12,000 can get you a house in the Krapium.
Yes. No, I just need the land.
Okay.
We need the land. It's a city.
So you are building it.
It would be like
he was saying.
A house.
You have a house.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. A house which
I'm coming. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
There's something we call Habitat Ghana. It started. Is it early? I don't know whether, but it was very common around the early 80s and 90s, where they do the number system. The number system is, for instance, the three of us.
Yeah.
They will first acquire the land. The market maybe half plot. They will just build just one bedroom, toilet and kitchen with one store, and they give you space. So as we contribute, we do that for one person. The next month, what I mean is,
I don't think the investors who are in Accra would like to be in a single room, because you have to put in tiles.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it.
Everything. So for thousands,
we shouldn't be looking at the already made people.
I don't know. The issue of I'm coming.
Before somebody will tell you,
I'm coming. Do you know one thing? The problem we are facing in Ghana is even the affordable houses that we build. How affordable is it for a normal teacher to rent? If you really want to solve the issue of renting, we should not look at $10,000, $20,000. We are looking at
when affordable housing. I have an issue with that one, because do you know one thing? The one I don't want to build at Pekwasi, that they've paused. I don't know. They are doing some investigations and other things. I went there and then I learned people have already bought the houses already.
If not build,
so I was like, Danko, you see, you know, people have already bought the house. So I was like,
politicians.
I was told, so you come and buy from that politician, or now you come and rent from that politician, because people they've already bought all the houses.
The only thing that I really want, I like about a policy that John Romani Mahama talked about. I'm praying. The policy will work, that the teacher's accommodation, where a teacher will pick a location and the government will come in and build for the teacher, and then every month they will be taking that
from salary.
By the time you get your pension, you already have a very standard building for yourself. Let me tell you another thing that we should be looking at. I want those what do you call it, contractors and experts in earth science to look at how can we still use clay mud houses, our old mud. How can you modernize it so that you use less cement or no cement in building, but still can stand the test of time? Because now, if you look at most of the old buildings in Accra that you see, they are not built. You are not built out of blocks.
Clay and other things.
Some of them were built out of clay and stones.
My grandfather's house has been years in our village in Ko, but Okowa didn't see him still.
Yeah, they are still strong. So the issue is, can the cement get a competitor? Something that can compete with cement, that the normal teacher, a normal worker, a nurse who cannot afford that $10,000 building can use to build. Because Ghana in Africa, what I see is, if we use something for some time and the new technology come in,
then we
kill the old one. We don't just abandon, we kill it. It's like making it like zero. There is nothing in it.
And now you then let me come in with the red one.
Because if you look at all these old buildings in Accra, few of them were built of blocks. Some of them were built with stones and clay. Can we go back and look at it? Does it have any future again? Can we look at some areas that because it might be it can work in some areas depending on the weather. Can we look at some of these things?
Okay.
Rent control. I think they themselves they need rent. They themselves need a room. Because I don't know, I've never seen any standard office of that department. I've never seen any office, any gentle dressed office of that department.
Gentle
dressed.
Like
building the tie.
Because most of their offices are in kiosks, are in like old structures,
containers,
abandoned areas. And you go and if you don't take care, the director there, he himself is struggling with his. So, I think because the issue is, if I'm buying cement, currently I was buying cement in Kumasi, and the amount I was buying the cement, the question is, and the iron rods you'll be buying to build. After building, you tell me you're going to tell me my price, the price of my building. It can work.
Sure.
So what I'm saying is, it's a department just by name. If the government can go ahead with this affordable, I'm not talking this time of affordable, but the way we are saying $10,000.
Yeah, affordable.
Very affordable.
500
cities. 500 cities.
Or
the government should even start doing something like build in cities. Let workers live there, take it from their salary.
Monthly,
they take it from your salary. Or institutions like Nagrat should start partnering with companies to start building.
Yeah, and then you
like,
let your employees
live there.
They take it from their salary.
They take it from their salary.
And so what's the one every time I always see you movie, you go. Another person.
Seriously, I don't really have money. Ghana, there is really money in Ghana that you just need. Some of us maybe because we are sitting behind, we can see a lot of these opportunities. Because the issue is,
Paul say, send no whether na ba no funi ado.
Car companies, some of the cars go ayento yi. Kantanka. That automobile company go China and Korea what cars into it. Say me, see I go poor mama coin, and I'm no opportunity to go to Korea. What I'll go and do just is to get a company that can design just cars, saloon cars, just affordable ones. Na me da Ghana. Na me be say Ghana Medical Association, Ghana Nursing and Midwifery Council, Teachers Association. Collaborations and they will be paying bit by bit. This taxi drivers that we can pay a brand new car we can pay, and it will be very affordable. Please, our the big men in Ghana should have that eye. I'm not MPP, but one thing I like about Canada Japan is ability to see some business that people are not seeing.
Okay.
Please, rent control. To me, I think they should be empowered.
Okay.
Or there is no need.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Paul, any last words you have to say?
Let me add up to the rent control issue. I always say this: rent control is one of the most useless institutions we have in this country.
They are useless.
Yeah, I don't know those who work there. How much you pay them? How much you pay? Like, why are we paying them? Mr. Mari, I think we have rules governing rents and other things.
Sure.
We have rules.
Yeah.
In Ghana here, in Ghana, Accra in particular, people are suffering a lot when it comes to a place to put their head on. You get it? People can work and work and work and work. At the end of the year, not all this kind of rent. People will work and work and work. Now here in Besson, you gather all the money, no go to rent. But meanwhile, we have rules and regulations. Just 3 months. But meanwhile. It's the rules. You can rent for 6 months, 3 months. But if you want to rent for, you do 2 years advance.
1 year crying.
You make
no, but say that was done for commercial purpose. Say who's say oat name is different. But once you build a house for commercial purpose.
How many of our rental apartments are registered.
And even the rent and the rest, and with the rent, it's not really about where we sleep. If it stores, nah, they should if we want to rent a store for 6 months,
Omari, please, sorry for the interjection. Do this. Let's do this street work. Just if you can do it next week or next 2 weeks, let's try and visit some of the rent control offices in Ghana and ask them how many rented apartments do they have in their area. They don't know.
You don't know. They don't even.
If you want to start, in Ghana, if you want to start commercial, if you want to commercialize your building, you need to register and pay tax.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from the rent control there, the rent control, I think it's just a waste of institution. Like just waste of money. We're wasting money on that institution. We should just scrap it off. If I should be in it, so the landlord should just build their houses. Whatever amount they want to charge, they won't charge it. Because if the landlord is charging 2,000 per month, what can you say? Somebody come in, rent it, and it's not compulsory. You make a rent control say, "Some had 6 months before I saw it." Hopefully I don't know anything. Like we are the rules there, but what can you say? And then you go in the front say, "If I don't can't hand you." People can feel it. Yeah, you can tell yourself at the end of the year, if I don't hand you, be on to. Yeah, so that tuition. Yeah,
the most.
And then it's very disturbing. Now, especially Accra here, for someone like Code here, at least we have family houses where people, but Accra is crowded. So rent is an issue here in Accra. That's why people are trying to encroach places where they don't have to even sleep to rent them to mount buildings. Because as a small half quarter plus corner, so basically 2-bedroom basis, and even 1 room cry at that. Obviously, no, that a chance of currency. You get it? Okay. Yeah, so it's very bad. Rent control there almost for being so.
Okay.
Last words.
That is why, yeah.
Okay. First, I'll greet Okwapehine. Nana, this time round, I'm very serious. Let's bring Okwapim together. Let's move Okwapim together. Okwapim is the next destination of Ghana. Let's take advantage. I'll greet the good people of Offenso South, mine DCE for his good work, and also the DCE for Okre for the good work he's doing. Thank you very much.
Okay, my final was the MPP, the New Patriotic Party, the Electoral College has opened the nomination for all presidential candidates. So, if you want to aspire, you can now go and pick your form.
Okay. Who are you voting for?
Relax, I will land. You can go and pick your form for the presidential primaries. If opened. So kudos to Justin Kodia. You can say 31st January and you better ban, and we are on track. We are still on it, and all the aspirants have agreed on that.
If not,
all the aspirants have agreed on that, I'm sure to go. Today I read on the portal that Korea Japan has declared his intention to contest. Kennedy has declared his intention. By Champion has declared his intention. Baumia and the rest. And they are all, in fact, they are all party members. They are competent, but we are going to choose one person. One person will be emerged as the winner. Sure. And I always say, the voice of the people, the voice of the grassroots, is going to be the voice of this election.
And who is the voice of the grassroots?
The voice of the people. The grassroots. The grassroots are chanting certain name.
Like,
if you go to the base, if I say the base, I mean the base, the party base. I'm a chairman and I call for meetings. The base of the party. If I call for meetings, what they say to us is what we are going to do.
And what are they saying?
And everything that they say
is that
Honorable Kennedy Akwampeko in Japan is the one they are all waiting for.
I'm telling you,
it's the one they are all waiting for.
So I knew.
So we are bringing Honorable Kennedy Japan. The base is for Honorable Ken, and the voice of the grassroots is going to be the voice of this particular election. Assam.
Thank you, the gentlemen, Peter and Paul. I thank you so much for this morning, how interesting you've made the show and how educative. We thank our listeners and our viewers also, wherever you watch and listen to us from. This is how we do it. You know how we do it. We'll be coming your way same time tomorrow. Before then, enjoy the rest of your day.